Hey everybody, it's Chanchai. Today is part two of training from the ground up. So a few days ago, about 3 days ago I think, we trained a brand new player, Don, and he took the lessons wonderfully. And a lot of people told me that that stream was very helpful for them. We're doing part two today. There's more to learn and more things to cover, even for the very basics of virtual fighting. But I think it's very helpful for a lot of people, and it's going to give a lot of tips on how to perform better pretty quickly and what to work on. So we're going to do that, and pretty excited. So I'm going to invite him to the group. Yeah, it's wonderful to see you, Princess, always. Thanks for the wonderful support always. Yep, demon hours are real. These are kind of my normal hours for streaming. We'll see what happens in the next chapter in my life, but in the current chapter in my life, I tend to have these hours. So let me see here. First, we're going to make sure that people know that we're on Virtua Fighter. Then I'm going to go ahead and invite Dawn to the chat. We'll do a little intro chat again, and then we'll do our lessons. So, okay. Turn the volume down in here. Alright, excellent. But thank you very much for the support, Weaver. I really appreciate it. So, I think the lessons today are going to be pretty cool. I think I have some stuff in mind. I have an agenda in mind, and then also responding to Dawn's more specific questions as well. So let's go ahead and invite Dawn. Screen's gonna blank for a bit. He's in training mode. Wonderful. Let's start a party with Dawn. While we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and set up the room. I'll give it 100%. Hey Dawn, are you there? Can you hear me okay? I'll double check to make sure my mic is not muted. Sometimes that happens. But let's create a room. And I think he is watching the stream, so he's able to read the stream as well. Let's see here. We're going to set single battle. Normally sets are great, but I'll do it this way. No spectator. Alright. Alright, welcome, Dawn.
Mic check, 1, 2.
Alright, I hear you loud and clear.
Come in, Chanchai.
Alright, are you able to hear me okay?
Yeah,
Excellent.
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing very good. I just sent you an invite to the room.
Okay.
Let's see here. So, yeah, how have you been feeling for the last few days of Virtua Fighter? Last couple.
I went into some matches and I practiced, like, I sent you some clips where, I was doing the 2P, beating some button mashing. That was really fun.
I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad that worked out very good.
And then started mixing in some throws too. And then from there, I was practicing just some guard cancel stuff. And I was trying to get through the VOD as well, taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm about halfway through that.
Yeah, awesome. And
but that's really helpful, actually. I didn't realize how good that would be to go back to the VOD to take notes instead. So I think I'm just gonna listen tonight and not take notes, and then do that with the VOD after.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it too, and that'll allow you to focus on the thing at hand, ask direct questions, and
the way you time-stamped everything was great.
I'm glad you liked that I time-stamped it. It definitely took time to do it, but it
was figured.
But you know, and also as a tip when you're watching the tutorial videos, especially if you're just listening to them because maybe you're doing some work or you're doing some task at home, you can you can set the speed to 1.5 or so, and that sounds more like chipmunks. Sometimes that can help. I personally like listening at normal speed, but that's me. But I have a lot of friends who like to set it at 1.5 speed so they can speed through instructions.
Yeah, but you talk pretty quick, so.
I think I do. I do talk
looking
a
through
lot.
that video, it's crazy how much we got through that night.
Yeah, I think it went really well. I'm always trying to work with your pace and what I see you're doing on screen. and slow it down or speed it up accordingly. But you picked up everything really fast,
But
honestly.
yeah, I finished up work for the night, so I'm good for a sesh here.
Awesome. I am
Yeah,
too. I have no rush in my morning, and so
yeah,
really happy to do this with you. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on kind of the curriculum that I kind of set, the things that came to my mind that I felt like I still needed to cover, um, to kind of help round out more of your understanding. So I hope you don't mind that.
sure, yeah.
Okay, so um, that said, excellent, nice. So we got Brad versus Brad.
I was wondering which Tekken drip they would give Brad. It's
Yeah, they
Claudio.
did
Okay.
Claudio. It's a very interesting choice. But
Yeah.
anyhow,
Both
okay.
Italian, right?
Yep, both
Yeah.
Italian. Um, Forgot, I actually meant to do the Yakuza, but that's okay. We'll do the second one. So, today we're going to start with throws 101. So if you remember, we talked about doing throws with like from a low punch,
Yeah.
and we talked about throws and how to do throw escapes, right?
Yeah.
So, for throws 101, it's how to get comfortable with throwing in Virtua Fighter because it's really important. As you know, throwing is really, really important in this game. It's as much damage as a combo. It's good damage, and it is the
Yeah.
main mix-up, right? As I mentioned
Hmm.
in Tekken, mid-low is your main mix-up. Mid-low is a
Mid
mix-up in
throw.
this game, but in this game, mid-throw is the core mix-up, and that's
Yeah.
how the game is actually able to fight up close. In Tekken, spacing is what smooths the mix-up, right? That control of
Hmm.
spacing and that control with stepping is what limits the opponent's options and doesn't make it like this like 50-50 fest, right? In Virtua
Yeah.
Fighter, it's more option selects, and it's the fact that it's using a paper rock scissor to do that. So, okay, let's talk about how to get comfortable with throwing. So there are okay. So number one is this: you're just gonna have to sometimes just understand that you have to throw. When your opponent's being
Mm.
defensive, of course. When you're fighting beginners, when you're fighting the masher, as you identified, you can't throw, right? Throwing's just a
Yeah.
bad idea against someone mashing. But once you
Hmm.
start seeing somebody defending with any kind of pattern, or you're putting enough
Hmm.
pressure to where they have to block, especially stand block, then that's when you throw. Okay. Now distance
Totally.
is a and there's reasons that beginners are afraid to throw, right? Number one reason, actually, the first reason I found is just they're not comfortable because they've done a throw with at range, right? So they want to
Yeah.
be up close, and we're going to talk about how to make sure you're throwing when someone's up close. That's one. Two, the other reason is because especially in this game, attack beats throw. It's really
Yeah.
scary, right? When you fight a masher, you're just not going to throw a masher because they're gonna punish you for
Yeah.
throwing.
You have to have the confidence to know they're gonna block.
Yeah. So against the masher, what
Yeah.
you end up doing is you have to just basically beat it into them that they need to block, and then you
Yeah.
throw them. But that sets them up. That's the conditioning, right?
Yeah.
But
Totally.
but but then when you fight a turtle, you can't beat them into submission. You throw them into submission, so when you fight a turtle, your
Yeah.
mindset is I'm gonna throw this guy until he finally starts attacking, even when he's in his mind not supposed to, right? When he
Mm.
finally gives up on the idea of just blocking, right?
Yep.
And then, but then of course people are hard to read. It's hard to tell, right? But there's some tips. Um, There are two common enemy states for when you throw, right? Number one, you throw when people defend. And
Yeah.
so defend means generally, defend can mean many things, but generally it means when they're guarding, right? And then also when they sidestep. And sometimes you can find a pattern for when they sidestep. At the more intermediate level, you're going to have to follow the when they sidestep is when I throw them. When you fight me, you're going to want to
Hmm.
target when I sidestep. Because I'm going to make it really hard to throw in general. I'm going to attack you quite a bit, but in
Yeah.
between those attacks, I might, start sidestepping. So and this is hard to see the sidestepping until you're trained to realize that's what I'm doing, right? You know,
Hmm.
like this little tiny evade cancel makes it hard to tell I'm stepping. So those are going to be kind of your opportunities to throw.
Yeah.
But let's cover that problem about range, okay?
Sure.
So let's talk about range. But yes, so be brave, right? When you're learning to throw and throw a lot. But again, when you're fighting somebody that's mashing, you just can't do it. So you gotta condition them. But then you're
Hmm.
gonna start fighting people where you're gonna start finding that good flow that we have, right? Like we had a good flow when we were doing our sparring, right? And that's when you kind of know defense is on the table, it's in balance. Now I'm gonna have to figure out when to throw, when not, and when to attack, you know.
Yeah.
But so the ranges, well, we know that like low punch in the throw is a thing, right? So when you do a low punch, a lot of times you're close enough. If you can make contact with a low punch, you're usually, not always, but you're usually close enough to get it.
Especially what is it, 6-6 throw? You kind of dash into them, right? To do that.
You can. I'm going to talk about that too. But
Yeah.
first, let's so
Yeah.
that we know that low punch in the throw is pretty solid. We know high punch in the throw is really solid. I'm just going to say high punch in the throw really easy. Okay. And that
Okay.
one you kind of just do the throw like before you even finish the jab. Okay. The elbow is a little trickier. Okay. Elbow's trickier because later on I'll give you the drill for it, but basically the drill's like high jab, low jab, and throw. But what you're gonna realize is that if you get a counter hit, and this is kind of true with any kind of hit, when you get a counter hit, you might have to just kind of throw closer to the time your character would recover. If you,
Mm.
it's easy to buffer too early when you get a counter hit, because when you get a counter hit, you actually you stun more, and both characters have some amount of stun. And with that stun, if the stun is big enough, you might accidentally buffer too early, right? But if the stun is small, then you can easily do the throw like pretty early, like before your character recovers, of course, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, so high jab, low jab, those are easy.
Yep.
The rest are can be a little tricky, and we'll get to dashing into throw after this next lesson. But the main thing I want you to know is sometimes your opponent is the one that's bringing you into throw range, or they're bringing themselves into throw range. So if I sidekick you, it is Brad's does push away a bit, so I think this might be a little tricky. But sometimes you
Mm.
have that, right? But like this knee brings automatically, right? So this knee
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about, and so if you're doing mid throw, you don't even have to worry about it when you block like something like that, right?
So it's good to
So
watch the range of their moves to know when to throw.
yeah, I mean obviously, but also just understand that like when your opponent, when you're doing the mix up, when you
Hmm.
block, let's say when you block a mediumish attack and a slow attack, you're probably in range for a throw. The poke is a little tricky. Like if
Yeah.
they might be able to do this, okay, and that might cause you to whiff a
Shimmy, yeah.
throw.
Yeah.
But the main thing you're worried about is actually this one, the fuzzy guard that I showed you, right? But the fuzzy guard has an answer, and we'll get to that later. But basically, a lot of times though, this is going to work, and you test this. You know, this will
Hmm.
work. You can do this, and then you throw. Like you'll be surprised how many times. Now this one does push
Oh,
you
that
right
reached
away.
too.
It
Wow.
can
Okay.
reach if I do nothing, but if I do
Yeah.
this, then yeah.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Like it's worth going for a throw whenever the opponent looks stuck, especially. So let's do the
Yeah.
moves that are stuck. Uppercuts for sure. Side kicks almost always, though Brad does kind of push a little with his side kick. So I'm gonna do uppercuts. Then I'm gonna
Okay.
do some other stuff too. But uppercuts especially, and generally side kicks and knees. You know, like quick knees, but usually big knees are punishable by attack. Like usually you'll do like PK. So, but so we're doing uppercut, yeah. So like if I do this uppercut, you want to throw me, you know.
Yeah. I can see how you're stuck, kind of in recovery.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Do a little faster, yeah. So this one I should not be able to fuzzy guard. So it just means you are a little slow there. Like you want to be able to buffer this.
All right.
I mean, you want to block my uppercut and then throw me. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
There we go.
See, I cannot crouch dash under that. If I crouch dash under it, it's only because you were like you didn't buffer it. Okay?
Gotcha.
So like when you block uppercuts, really good opportunity to either mid or throw. And right now we're training on the throw. Because you're just getting used to it. Building your muscle memory. And remember your Brad likes to do forward throw.
Yeah. Yeah, I can start doing that.
So we'll start doing that. So again, this is the opponent. You defended the opponent successfully, and they brought you into throw range. You know.
Oh, this is tough, didn't it?
Yeah. Try to do it before you recover. Remember, this game, generous input buffer. That's the key word.
Okay. Yep.
You want a buffer. In VF, when we say you want a buffer, I mean I'll double check the frame stats here, but I'm pretty sure you can do it. Really, I'm pretty sure. Try to throw way early. Like before, like the moment my uppercut touches you. Okay, I'm gonna go look at the frame stats really quick. I could be wrong, but that's insane if Brad's uppercut is like fuzzy guardable. Like that's really nuts if that's actually true. So.
Yeah, it might just be a me thing because I have to let go of guard and then do forward throw.
So yeah, in theory he cannot. In theory the throw should win. Yeah. So this is good training. We're gonna work on it. You're gonna get used to this.
Man.
Do the neutral throw.
There we go.
Awesome. That's good. But if you want the neutral throw is one way, single direction throw works too. Like until you get used to it, right? Like in this case, see how your back is to the wall? Try back throw.
Okay.
I think maybe back throw. I could be wrong. Try forward back throw. Okay. He's got like a way to throw the guy behind him. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he can throw the guy behind him. I'll try it really quick.
Sure. What's the uppercut?
The uppercut is from crouch. So I'm going to teach it to you later about how to crouch dash into uppercut. But basically, crouch dash and then 3P. You can hold it actually. You can hold 3 when you do crouch dash. But so basically, you can do 3P.
Okay.
Because the uppercut is a move that's done from crouching state. So that's another thing I'm going to clarify between Tekken and Virtua Fighter. And it's an important distinction, even though some people have thought I was gatekeeping, and I'm not. In Tekken, while standing is important to understand, right? Like while your character's standing up from crouch, right? And that's fine, but in VF, there's only a couple. There's not that many moves that do that are like that have that input. And so generally, what's more important to understand in Virtua Fighter is crouch state and stand state. And the reason for this distinction is because if we do the while standing thing, it gets very confusing to explain, because then I might sound like I'm talking about the crouch into stand, and I'm not. Right? I'm like, no, was your character standing or crouching? And they're like, well, you know, and I'm like, no, what's important to understand is the state they're in, because in VF they switch that state in one frame. You know? Yeah. But in Tekken it is about the transition. So anyways, alright, so that's forward back, just back throw, maybe back. Huh, okay. Okay, I guess not. He doesn't throw somebody behind him. Okay. So anyhow, so you got the idea that basically I bring you in, like I move in close to you, you block, you can throw, right? Because now you don't have to worry about the range as much. It's pretty rare that you're not in range, but you'll eventually learn from experience when it's not. So that is another comfort throw, is to just, when you block something decent, then you know you can just throw, right? Because they're close to you. But for a lot of people learning VF, they get scared because the fact when this happens, and they're afraid of this happening, right? So, now let's talk about dashing in. There's forward dash, and then there's crouch dash. Now, here's the problem with doing dash in throw. I will tell you that when you get to about upper intermediate or even advanced, well, especially advanced, but even when you get to intermediate, some players, when they're at the intermediate level, they subconsciously realize that the opponent's going to try to throw them by dashing in. And that doesn't mean you can't dash and throw. What it does mean is sometimes you should introduce the idea that you're going to dash and attack.
Yeah.
So you should disguise it. So let's practice crouch dash.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Now crouch dash 3P. Yeah. And do one single crouch dash into 3P. Like you can crouch dash and hold 3 and do P.
Okay.
Yeah, just like
see.
that. So you want to introduce this. This is a really good threat. This thing will scare people into blocking. Now they've realized, like, you're like, you know what? If I dash in, I could hit you. So that's another good reason for them to block you. And then that's when then you can like crouch dash and throw.
And crouch dashing is a good way to do it is just to mash 3?
Yeah.
Okay. It's as simple as that?
There's
okay.
2 techniques.
Yeah.
And in hitbox, it feels weird that these 2 different techniques. On stick, it's very natural. But
yeah.
There's 3-3 where you double tap those 2 buttons.
That's what I've been doing.
Now, the other one that I told you before, and you do want to master it because, especially when you play different characters, is hit the down and the forward, and then let go of the forward, and then while still holding the down, and then hit the forward. So like while you're doing this, now mash the forward.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then you want to get used to the idea of doing this like from the stance too.
Yeah,
so
that feels pretty. That feels pretty good too.
Yeah, once you get used to it, once you realize it's kind of very similar to like the shortcut for Dragon Punch.
Yeah.
And then you want to get used to that motion too, both motions. And that's because some characters it's gonna matter. Some characters you will not have access to some moves from crouch dash until you can do it this way.
Okay.
Okay. So just know that because sometimes some characters do have the move like 3-3P, right? But then they have another 3P. But then they can't do a crouch dash into that 3P because 3-3P exists.
So would it be better in the long run if I just do it the hold down way?
It's better to do both. It's better. I mean, for Brad,
it's good to do both.
Yeah, for Brad, anyone that you're comfortable with, because I don't think he has this problem.
Oh, okay.
But he might for some combos though. So just understand. Eventually, if you learn the one that you're comfortable with for now. But eventually, you're gonna have to learn the other one. So just know that.
All right.
but if you play Go, you're gonna want to learn both because it does affect his move list. So it does affect his move list, like what his options are. And maybe Go is the character that teaches you to do both because of that. Where Brad might not be the character that teaches you both. Just do what you're comfortable with. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then now crouch dash into like forward throw, which can be tricky on your. Yeah. So you want to make it pretty seamless, make it look like it's always about the same, because even if beginners can't tell that timing difference, a player like me trusts his subconscious enough to process it and to like kind of start to feel it from you. Like I start feeling which one's the throw and which one's the attack. I might not be able to say it consciously, but I've been able to kind of process it like just from playing and feel. Right? When people say they're playing on feel. And it's like, for me, I can often kind of feel it after a while, so.
Does that look kind of right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just, ultimately just being able to do a single crouch dash, because in this game, doing multiple's not bad, but it would be strong if you just do it with one, because it's much quicker, and it solves quickly, and less chance that you're going to run it, less chance that you'll get counter hit, right? The more you delay, the more likely you're going to get counter hit by your opponent. So like this, that, right? So try alternating between them with single crouch dashes. And try to get it so that the interval is faster. That's good, yep.
Oops. Oh, wait. There we go.
Yep. Now alternate between the uppercut and the throw.
Damn.
Yeah, and it could be any throw too, so. Just get this feeling in. And again, this is not the main way you should be attacking. I'll tell you this. You should not do this as your primary way. This is just for the idea that sometimes you're going to dash to throw, but you need to also be good at dashing to attack. And in fact, you should probably start with the dash attack, then do the dash throw. You want to make it clear that your dashing is a little bit of a threat.
Okay.
And so the mid attack is a very safe way to do that.
So this is just another general game plan sort of thing to pick up.
Kind of. This is usually, honestly, doing this is like plan C.
Oh,
But because you're gonna have these moments where you want to dash in and throw, I want you to understand that you need to be able to dash and attack before you dash and throw. Just otherwise you are gonna face opponent. Otherwise, it's gonna become a tell. It's gonna be that crouch dash. If you only
mm,
crouch dash and throw, if that's all you do,
yeah,
that crouch dash is a telegraph. Now, the crouch dash already is a telegraph. It's a telegraph that says, I'm going to delay, that I'm going to rush in. So eventually, you also want to just crouch dash in the block. And you want that to be an option too. You want that to be very natural, to crouch dash into a block. So go
gotcha.
ahead and try to crouch dash into a block, you know?
And is this the fuzzy
Yeah,
as well?
basically.
Okay.
Sometimes it's not a clean fuzzy, but
Yeah.
sometimes you incidentally crouch under a high. When you do
Mm,
this, sometimes you incidentally crouch under a throw. And technically, if you crouch under the throw, if you're fast enough, which you're not yet, but if you are fast enough, you could actually PK them. You know, and so like if you see a throw whiff, you could actually PK it. You could actually do more. There's a point where you could probably even do like this, which is insane, but that is true. Like I do it too, you know,
yeah.
like in real matches. Um, but understand that you want to be able to do any option from crouch dash. And the better you get at this game, then yeah, you will be reacting to crouch dash. Basically, everybody can be played like a machine in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's pretty relevant because I've been learning Kaz and Tekken. It's just
Yep.
the input's a bit easier than Tekken.
Yeah, that's the wall throw, just back forward throw, I think, at the wall. But yeah, so yeah. But basically, the important thing for this lesson was that one, it's important to get good at throwing in this game. Two, the reason people are afraid to throw is because they have a problem either throw whiffing, or or
Mm,
they're afraid of throwing somebody that's attacking them. And the way is you know, if that's the case, just whenever you deal with somebody that's attacking, but once you start seeing people that actually defend, you can start throwing.
so we're learning this because if you're worried about being out of range of throwing, you
Yeah,
learn to crouch dash in to do it. That's the
yeah,
gist.
that's the
Okay.
gist. But the problem is when you do that at a strong player, if you
Yeah.
start with the dash and throw, he'll probably attack you right away. He'll just like no
Right.
hesitate, like just wham, right? So you
Let's
want to either
say,
do this or you want to like
mm,
come in and do that, you know?
say like from like earlier, you had me block something and then throw you. So should I try blocking and then crouch dash in throw,
No, no, you can just like you can
or
just
just
throw
throw?
from block, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously, if I push you away, then that's different, right? Like that
But
might
if
be the
I'm,
case.
but if I feel maybe you're out of range, then I do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So like for example, dude, Brad's 4K back and kick. Yeah.
Oh,
So just to remind the audience, numeric notation is based on the accountant's numpad on the keyboard, on the 10 key keyboard.
I have it up here on my phone. Yeah. And I think you should keep trying to force me to think about it because obviously I should learn this for this game.
I think it's important. Yeah, I
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
It becomes faster
Yeah.
communication, and
Yeah.
it's less ambiguous.
So
So
bear with me, but I'm gonna try to like get more quicker at it.
okay, you're doing
Yeah.
great. So yeah,
Yeah.
so let's try 4K. It's a really good Brad move. It's really good
Okay.
Brad move. That 4K is really good, and you can do stances from it. You know, like, but the thing is I don't talk about stance yet because learning the fundamental stuff, the basic stuff, the non-stance stuff takes priority.
Mm. Yeah.
But also, I will tell you that overuse of the stance stuff. If you try to stance me, I'm just going to hit you out of it. You have to make bigger threats, meaning the fundamental game first, and then suddenly those things will open up. But
Gotcha.
4K is a really good move, and you can see that like that range, right? So go ahead and do it to me, right? And so maybe I'm worried, so then I'll do this, and then the next
Mm.
time you do it, then I'll come in like that. Right. So at least I established this at least once to be like, you know what? I'm just going to come in and attack. I'm going to close the gap with that because he pushed me a bit far. So I think, go ahead and push me. right? I'm gonna whiff. If I'm up close though, I think I'll be able to throw. Yeah, so I could still throw if you actually blocked, right? But
Yeah.
but if we're like this range, then then I'm gonna have to kind of do this. Cause go ahead and do it now. Go ahead and do the
Okay.
4K right now, right? And I'm gonna whiff, right?
So
So
in that scenario, should you crouch dash and throw
yes,
if you want to throw? Okay. Yeah.
yeah. So then, but you need to set up you need to establish like the threat of the attack. So you could just crouch dash and uppercut, right? Yeah, just like that. So like I'll do this from this range. So I push you back, then you do it, right? Yeah. So I want you to practice, like I want you to block the 4K and then do it.
Sure.
As
Sure.
this is sort of, as you understand, this is how you're applying this. Yeah. And then now I want you to actually try to uppercut faster. I want you to uppercut even before that. Interrupt your crouch dash. Yeah. This is much safer to do this. For a player like me, I'll know that that's what you're doing. For maybe later on, I'll exaggerate the crouch dash a bit for a beginner, just so that they feel the threat. So then now you can crouch dash in the throw. And you can probably interrupt your crouch dash throw and it'll probably work. Even from here.
Okay.
So try crouch dash throw from here, and try doing the throw really fast. See? You didn't even have to move far to do it. So. So this is just getting a sense of the range. You can practice on AI feeling it too. Yeah. And then now try crouch dash in the back forward throw. Or no, crouch dash in the forward throw. It's going to be a little trickier. But you just, the more you do it, the faster you'll get it, the more comfortable you'll be at it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, sorry. Oops.
Alright, just remember when you block something like this. Go ahead and block first.
Okay. Damn.
Good.
Is that it?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know it's redundant, but I think you understand the reason for this too. But the biggest threat to you doing a throw is them attacking, right? So you want to get them to not mash first. If they're mashing, obviously you just do uppercuts and stuff. And actually, this is a good time to show you how to do. So I want you to block elbow. Okay, this is going to be a sub lesson here. So you're going to block this elbow, and then what you want to do is you want to cross dash uppercut. You want to buffer that. So the moment this elbow touches your arm, you just go ahead and do the cross dash and the uppercut, but you do it all really fast as one smooth motion. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
Because what we want to do, so watch how I do this. You block. Okay, do the elbow to me. Okay. So do the elbow to me. Okay. Tell me if you see the crouch dash. And you shouldn't really see the crouch dash.
No, I don't see it there at all.
Yeah, that's because I'm buffering the whole thing. Here's the thing in this game, that crouch dash can allow you to do crouch moves almost instantly. It only makes it one extra frame slower.
Okay, I have a clarification question with buffering.
Yes.
So you don't start buffering until after you take a hit, right? Like
no, you could do it before. You could even do it before they touch you, to be honest. You have a 12 frame input buffer, doesn't matter. 12 frames before you recover.
Okay.
But generally, nothing is... But I will tell you this. Generally, nothing is... There's no recovery that's like that huge. Most recovery is pretty big. Some recovery is small. Almost always recovery is pretty big. So, basically, but the reason I tell you to fix on this is because having you try to wait or see the timing after or before is a little hard. This is an easy marker. And when it comes to basic pokes, this is fine. Because that's the speed I operate at. I see the attack, even when I know what's coming, and I'll start inputting my next move before, right? So you go ahead and do your elbow.
But if I'm buffering the down forward, won't I take the mid? That's what I'm wondering about. Okay.
Not if you buffer properly. Now, this thing does crouch you after 5 frames when you actually do the real crouch dash, Here's the thing. When you do the motion, the crouch dash motion, this thing, okay?
Yeah.
Like, watch me right now. I'm doing this, right? But I'm
Yeah.
doing that down forward punch so fast that it takes it as a buffer. And so basically, this thing only costs me 1 extra frame. But that said, more importantly, when I'm doing it from stun, then it's when I'm doing it from stun, then it only costs me 1 extra frame. So this uppercut, let's look at his frame stats. This uppercut is 16 frames in execution. But that's if it was from crouch. Like, if it was here, this is 16 frames, okay? 16 frames before it hits.
Yeah.
Okay, but go ahead and do a strike at me. When I do it from a buffer, when I'm buffering it in, so my character's doing it, like I finished inputting it before I recover, it's a 17 frame move. Only 1 extra frame.
Yeah.
And that 1 extra frame is my character crouches for 1 frame, and then it does the uppercut. And that's if I'm buffering like this. Okay. Now that said, this thing that you're worried about the throw, this is different. This is like after recovering, it's like, oh, you still want to crouch dash, so you're gonna do the crouch dash, and it takes about 5 frames for the crouch dash to crouch. And yet, when we buffer in and do the attack can be like only 1 frame extra. It is something that's coded into the game. That when I want to do a move that can only be done from crouch, if I buffer the crouch dash and the move, it'll only be 1 frame slower.
Yep.
It only takes 1 extra frame to do. So it's still really fast, right? That's why this uppercut's really fast, even though this thing's like this, right? So if I'm doing it from standing, right? If I'm doing it from standing, this is a 17 frame uppercut. But if I'm doing it from crouch, like if I'm doing it from the low punch, it's a 16 frame uppercut. But this thing, I'm inputting the crouch dash into this. So this is a hard detour. This is a big practice, but just for you to do what I was doing, do punch guard like the jab, and then and right away, without delay, right away, do the crouch dash and the uppercut as fast as you can. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, and that's a jab into a 17 frame uppercut, because when you do it properly.
Shit.
So this is a hard thing to get used to, but when you get used to it, it's great. And so these crouching attacks in the move list is going to be listed as like a black arrow down, okay, like a black 2 into like 3P, right? Because that's just telling you need to be crouching to do this, but you don't have to do that motion. You can do 3-2-3P. You can do 3-3 hold 3-3P for Brad. But if Brad had a different move that was 3-3P, it'd be hard. Now here is a tricky thing. Okay, actually, oh no, this one, 3-2-3 and 3-3P is different. Okay, Brad has this move, 3PP, right? Remember this one? 3PP.
Yep.
Right? Okay. So if I do 3-3P, he's going to do the crouch dash uppercut. Okay? Yeah, perfect. Yep. If I do 3-2-3P, he's going to do the other one. Oh, that's weird. Never mind. He can't do this move from crouch. Okay. Okay, he doesn't get 3PP. He has to actually like dash to do it. If he was crouched, he would have to forward dash to do 3PP. That's an interesting one. He doesn't get it even if he changes his crouch dash method. Kind of cool. Kind of good to know. I'll show you, for example. So this is like in reverse here. Do a low punch and then 3PP.
Okay.
Right? He gets the uppercut, right?
Yep.
So now do low punch into a forward dash into 3PP.
Okay.
Oh, it's harder to do on a hitbox. Trust me. It's because you're on hitbox. On the stick, this feels very easy to do, but on all button controller, this is actually one of those trickier things to do.
Okay, so 2P, then dash, and then
3PP.
What was the 3PP? Okay.
Yep, just like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying this is something you want to do. This is just teaching you the difference between crouching and standing.
Okay.
And this would be the fast way to get that move if that's what you wanted. It isn't, but if that's what you wanted for some reason, this would be how to do it, right? Because you're crouching from the two keys, right? Then forward dash is the fastest way for you to stand up. You know, because so basically what we now know, this 3PP can only be done from standing. It cannot be done from crouching.
Oh, okay.
That's basically it, right?
Yep.
Like no matter which method I do, I can't get this, right? The only way is to forward dash into it if I was crouching. And that's not important for Brad, but later on this distinction does help you understand how the game works. Alright, so we've covered throws. Let's do it.
So just one question. So 3-3-P, that's the uppercut, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the move list, it's going to show yourself as being crouched, and it's just 3P while you're crouched.
Real quick, I just want to like break down the buffering sequence because I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. So I'm holding guard.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to attack. As I'm waiting for you to attack, I'm buffering the 3.
You
like
can.
This.
Yeah.
And then after I block the hit, I let go of guard and then hit P.
Yeah.
And that's a buffer. Okay.
Right. It's like you don't have to do it then, but but you do want to get fast at doing this 3-3-P, right?
I think I just did it there.
Yeah.
Is that still too slow?
No, that was pretty fast. But like I said, the best way to practice it is the high jab into it, right?
Okay, I think I got it. Okay.
Because so the thing about the buffer in this game doesn't have to be when you're guarding. It can be anytime. Anytime you're stuck. Right?
Yeah, just in this scenario example, where you're having me block. Yeah.
Right. It's just like, for example.
Yeah.
Like. Shoot. Okay. So, by the way, number one rule in rooms: do not mash on X. Just hit it once. If you hit it twice, it'll like undo sometimes. And
okay.
Then we can end up in everybody trying to time it. But anyhow, so. Okay. So again, I'm gonna whiff in the air.
Yep.
I'm in recovery, right?
Yep.
When I miss, I'm in recovery, right? I can't do anything until my character recovers.
Mm-hmm.
I can still buffer the next move.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Right? Do like a high jab here and input any move you want. Do it really fast, like long before, and look at yourself not do it like you can let go of the controls after doing the move, right? You can do high jab into 6K plus G and do it with a whiff. Whiff is better. Okay? So like backdash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Backdash.
And then do like this into like 6K plus G. Do it as fast as you can. Don't even wait. Just do jab into like 6K plus G. 6 kicking guard.
6K plus. Okay.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Yep, like that. But do it faster.
And
you have to guard cancel the jab. Yeah. If you don't guard cancel the jab, you get like PK. Yeah. So try doing that like about 5 times. Yeah. And then notice how long it is between when you actually hit forward kick and guard. How long it was between doing that knee input versus when it comes out. And it's pretty long. And if you want to make it even more exaggerated, do like 4K guard cancel it into knee. And you can kind of feel the buffer when you do this one, because it is possible to do it too early. It's possible to do it too early, right?
There we go.
But if you wait just a little bit, you'll be like, oh, that's how long the input buffer is. Like, that's how early I can press before my character recovers. Yep.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure when I was guarding when I should start buffering as I'm guarding, but I can buffer before. Okay.
I was like, it basically depends on the move they do, right? Like if you guard,
yeah.
You do this thing and you input your next move or like you do this thing and you input your move way too early, it's not going to come out because it's longer than 12 frames before. It's more than 12 frames before your recovery. So you got to learn to kind of feel that like.
Yeah, it's the holding guard and knowing when to let go of guard.
You can let go of guard. The moment this thing touches you, let go of guard.
Yeah.
Right? The moment this thing touches, let go of guard and just input the next move.
Draw.
So
Yeah,
like,
okay.
yeah. So you only need to hold guard until they make contact, unless they have like a second attack that might hit you. But like, so you only need to hold guard just as long as that. You don't have to hold guard and buffer. It's just more that like, but the moment you're in block stun, which is when that hit touches you, the moment you're in block stun, you can input the next move. You can let go.
That's what I was wondering. If I should be buffering during the block stun. That's all I was wondering, yeah.
That's yeah. So the lesson
so
for
much
that
before.
is that
Yeah.
you want to be buffering during the block stun, during the hit stun.
Yeah. Okay.
Even when they hit you,
that's what I was wondering. Yeah.
Yeah. So even when they hit you, same thing, you know.
Yeah.
And your character
Yeah.
will do it as soon as they hit. So
It's not so much buff. Well, I mean, like you said, you can buffer before the hit, but most of the time it's going to be you're buffering during the block stun. Okay.
yeah. Well, here's another example. Let's do another example to give you an idea of buffering. Okay. Don't guard. Stand still. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this. Okay. I want you to take the hit, and then I want you to hit all three. So right now, hit all three buttons. That is Brad's kick sabaki, mid kick sabaki. This thing will sabaki, what we call sabaki mid kicks. Actually, it parries them, but it will give you a combo. So take the hit and then do all three. Okay.
Okay. Oh, a bit slow. Okay.
Let's practice this.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have to do this during that hit. Really, and this hit recovers so fast.
Yeah.
So it doesn't sabaki the high jab. It can only sabaki this kick. Oh, that's weird. Really? Doesn't sabaki that? Okay, I guess you need more frames, huh? Okay. Huh. Try blocking the jab and then do a sabaki. That's gonna be weird.
Okay.
All right, you try it with me. Try punch
Okay.
and then forward kicking guard.
Forward kick and guard. Okay.
Yep, like that. Let's try that. Okay, I guess that doesn't work. Cool. So he actually needs some frames to catch this. He can't just do this while getting hit. Okay, good to know. Some of my sabakis I would actually do this, but okay. So if Brad, this is a cool move to kind of learn. But for example,
Yeah, that seems sweet.
Block this and then do it. Yeah, like that. Really? There's got to be a... Wow, okay. We're going to Brian Fury this thing. Okay. Brian Fury will be like that. Okay. Just do it on reaction to this slow move, okay? Just hit all three when you see me start moving. Yep. And then you can do forward punch and kick, like the high elbow. Yeah. He actually has other moves he can do here, but yeah. But it's a good way to punish. But it only works against mid kicks, mid knees.
Okay.
Anyhow.
Mid knees.
Huh, okay, so that was a kind of a bad call. Later on I'll figure out what Brad could do, but basically there are stuff where you could even like, for example, like I'm doing this. If I hit you, you can just low punch buffer, right?
Yeah.
Right? Just like, even if I hit you with PPP, right? You can like mash low punch still and buffer and it'll come out, so.
Yeah. I think I understood the buffering. I just really wanted to make sure I was doing it properly is all. And I think you clarified it, so I appreciate that. Okay. Sorry for the
No problem.
detour.
It's a good question. No, it's a good question. It's really important because buffering is one of the most important things in this game. The way I tell other people, buffering is the reason that a 50-year-old man can be like the best player in the world. So like, it's the reason why the top, like a 50-year-old person could be in the top 10 in VF.
Gotcha.
You know? This game, old men can play. And they can do that because they can buffer, because they can make decisions ahead. And even though this insane speed of this game, right, and the reactions, they have good reactions. But it's like, but this game allows you to make decisions almost like an RPG when you get used to it. Compared to other games, right? A lot of other games, Tekken, you have to wait. Tekken, you gotta you don't have that big of a window, and it's very easy for people to hit too early in Tekken. This game,
Yeah,
you can hit early, but it's actually a little hard to do it. Once you get the
yeah.
feel for it, then it's very easy
Get
too.
get the feel for it is yeah. I'm look
Yeah.
forward to just practicing.
All right. So
Yeah.
next lesson, we're going to talk about the wake up options. Then, do you have any questions about throws? Actually, there's some stuff I should show you with throws. Let me switch character.
Okay, so don't mash. Big no.
Mashing is a problem. Like mashing will get you killed.
No,
Uncontrolled
I just
mashing
I
will
mean
get you
I mean
killed.
in here. You said no lobby mashing. Breaks the lobby. Our
Oh, in
emotes
here,
banned
yeah.
too.
That's right. Let's see. Sorry, my Twitch app is acting up. Stupid Twitch app. Alright, so let me pick a character with a catch throw that I know. I don't play many characters with catch throws anymore. Okay. So what I'll show you here is, before we finish off throws, I should tell you that there are different kinds of throws.
Okay.
I mean, besides the ones we've covered. We've covered the standard throw that you generally expect. Okay?
Yeah.
And the rule for those is that attack beats throw. There is a kind of there is a type of throw that can get around it. They're called catch throws. Catch throws
Yeah.
do not have escape, right? So this is a catch throw, right? And you'll kind of have to attack, and then you'll have to attack to stop it, or crouch, right? So if you're crouching, it'll whiff, right? So go ahead and crouch, and this won't work, right? This is what we call a catch throw, okay?
Yep.
Now, let's try different ways to do this. Try to attack, block this. I'm gonna do this into the throw. Good. Yeah. And so that doesn't work. But now take the hit, and good. And then good. There's a certain amount of frames to where this throw will work, right? I don't really know because I don't play a cash throw character. But like let's say I hit you with this here. Yeah. It's gonna be different. So mash high punch. Just keep mashing it this whole time, don't stop. +8 won't do it either. It's too slow. I've got to be like much bigger for this thing to work. Let's see. Anyhow, just know that like there is a situation where there's a situation where this thing could beat a throw or could beat an attack, but I think I need to be like +10 or something like that. But that's kind of the thing is that catch throws are the things that could clash with the throw, where like they might override the throw, but it's pretty rare, so you don't have to worry about it much. But basically, but the biggest thing about the catch throw though is that you can't escape it like with the throw escape.
Okay.
So you'll need to either attack or guard or like crouch, attack or crouch. And
so you can't break those.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Like try this one. We'll try it again. This is a forward. This is doing forward throw for this guy, and hold like a forward throw escape.
Okay.
Right, and it still beats, right? It still wins, yeah. So, just understand, that's catch throw. And so some characters have a couple catch throws, but you don't need to worry too much about it. Just understand that these type of throws cannot be escaped like with a throw escape. You have to like attack or duck. Okay?
ducking can beat them. Okay.
Yeah. Now, there are low throws, so I'm going to show you those now, okay? So go ahead and, so this is a low throw. Go ahead and crouch. This is going to be down forward. So to escape this, you would have to do down forward. But,
Oh, okay.
yep. And then I'm going to do down back next. So let's do, it's 3 directions just like normal throws. So down back. Okay, and then down.
Huh.
And we're going to do down. Now I'm going to tell you the weakness of
down
low
as
throws.
well.
Yeah. So now, so basically
Yeah.
there is a 3-way guess. Here's what you need to know about low throws, and you don't need to remember this, but you can put it in notes later, okay? Low throws generally are not a good idea to do because it's easy for the opponent to accidentally beat the low throw. When it comes to the high throw, you're doing a guard throw escape because guarding high is very strong, because guarding high deals with a lot of threats, okay? Guarding high deals with a lot of attacks that are really dangerous to you. And we've already established that low attacks really aren't like the biggest threat, right? So they're a threat. They're just not the biggest threat. Now, low throws. Here's the problem with low throw. If you're standing, it's a low throw, right?
Yeah.
And let's say I do, go ahead and take this hit. This one doesn't guarantee the low throw, but it could force you to crouch sometimes if it counter hits you. So like, do punch, punch, punch again. Right, I guess, maybe not. Guess not. Okay. But, that said, there are sometimes where you're forced crouch, but it's not 10 frames, it's not minus 10. So, the low throw, you could beat low throw, like, even if you were crouching, do like, low punch and then evade, right? And like, that was a high throw, sorry. But, evading will stand you up instantly. And so you could accidentally just beat a low throw by evading. You can beat a low throw by punching, and then by attacking. And then I'll show you an even dumber thing.
And side note, should I cancel into that sidestep?
Buffer? Yeah. When you sidestep, that should be a buffer when you're like at minus. Yeah. Honestly, you should generally do evade when you're minus in this game. Learning to do it on reaction is harder, but you can work on it. But just remember that if you do it at advantage, it's guaranteed to fail.
But when I 2P sidestep, should I get into the habit where I hit guard cancel before the sidestep?
If you want to, you can.
Oh.
I think getting good with the sidestep first is better, like getting comfortable, and then eventually working towards that. And I think you'll be able to work on it pretty soon anyhow. But so like let's say, for example, low punch me. And then you're minus 4, and then you evade, right? Buffer the evade.
Okay.
Right? And then I'm losing this, right? Right? That's it, actually, but like, just go ahead and just low punch and do nothing. Right? So I could low throw, right? But if you evade, you accidentally beat it, right? So low punch, right? Right? So you want to buffer the evade, right?
Yeah, I think I did it. Yeah. I did it a bit early there.
So now, another thing that could accidentally beat it, do a low punch and backdash. You just beat the low throw. You know, right? Do a low punch and forward dash. Right? You just beat the low throw, right? Now here's the dumb part. Do low punch and throw, yes. So do low punch and the throw. Right? This is why low throwing when it's not guaranteed is pretty terrible. Right?
Yeah.
Right now for your notes, I'll just tell you the 3 situations where low throw is really good. And it's pretty amazing. So go ahead and take the next hit, okay?
Yep.
This is a guaranteed low throw. When I hit you with this hopping descending punch, that one.
You put me in the crouch.
I put you in the crouch and minus 10.
I see. So it's guaranteed.
So now, like, go ahead and you're gonna have to guess which one. Okay. We're gonna play the guessing game where after I hit you with this, let me hit you with the thing. Then you have to guess the low throw. Okay. And you know the 3 directions.
Okay. You want me to break it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that
You're
was...
gonna see how scary this gets. You're gonna see why low throw is really good though when it's working, right? Because it's hard to guess, and all of these are doing good damage,
Yeah.
right? So when it's guaranteed, low throw is really good. It's a three-way guess that is very hard, right?
Oh, there we go. So is that back?
That one was down. This is down
Oh.
back here. Good down back. Yep. This is down. Did you escape it?
That one. No. That one's down. Okay.
This is down back.
Excellent.
Oh, those
So-
look so similar.
So
Okay.
when low throws are guaranteed, they're very scary. It's a three-way guess, and you have to guess.
You just straight up guess. That's all there's to it. Yeah.
You gotta guess, and usually for characters that have low throws, all three are pretty decent.
That's a good thing to know, though. So if I get hit by that, I know I need to guess something right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's two other situations. So number one situation is when it's guaranteed. That's when the low throw is really good. That's when it's at its
Yeah.
best.
And that's
Second-
plus 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
And second situation. So this is going to be weird, but this is not nearly as good as the first situation. When you get high enough level and your opponent starts fuzzy guarding, so again, you do your elbow, I block it, you crouch dash, right? Yeah.
Okay.
You got to guard cancel.
Oh,
Otherwise
cancel. Yeah. There we
you
go.
Yep, perfect. Right? If you know your opponent's going to do fuzzy guard, that's a really good time to low throw. The reason being that when they fuzzy guard, if they decide to do something like their intention to fuzzy guard was to beat the other stuff, so they almost never have the mind to try to break a low throw because they're trying to do the other stuff, and the low throw is so fast. So if you have a hard read, a strong read, like you really believe 85% chance they're going to do a fuzzy guard, then a low throw is reasonable to do there. It's pretty good. Third situation is harder, and I can't really show it to you. Third situation is like if I knock you down, and you tech roll, and there is a type of okizeme where the low throw perfectly times with it. It's hard to do. Not in your wheelhouse right now. But that situation, if you know that the opponent's going to just block when they get up, block high or low, but know that they're just going to block, then it's good there. That's more advanced. But I'll just say those are the only three situations where I recommend low throw. Outside of that, it's too easy for people to accidentally beat low throw. That low throw is just too risky, right? They'll just accidentally mash, they'll dash, right? They'll evade, that'll beat it. They throw,
Too many counters.
that'll beat it. Yeah, just too many fail conditions.
Yeah.
You know? But in the situations where it's guaranteed, it's just freaking amazing, right? Like hitting with this, then it's amazing. Yeah. Fuzzy guard, it's amazing if you can call it out, But, yeah. Alright, so... This is a fun throw, though. That thing does, half-life almost, so...
What was the input for it?
That one, if you really want to know, it's up, back, down, forward, or you can do down, back, up, forward.
Up, back, down, forward. Okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad on the hitbox, actually. You just got to get practice a few times. Setting it up, it's a little tricky on the hitbox, because on lever, I can do it without causing a problem. On all button controllers, I kind of want to hold guard before I do it, or I want to do a move before I do it, or a dash before I do it. Things like that, just so that I don't accidentally do the wrong thing. All right.
I'll just be right back, quick, just 2 minutes.
No problem. I'm going to get a drink. We'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm going to get a drink. By the way, Sorensen, it is awesome to see you. Sorry I didn't give you shout out early. I'll say it. Alright, Sorensen, thank you so much for your support. I'm really glad that you joined us. And Yeah, wonderful. Lethal Sum, always great to see you too, man. So thank you all for watching us and giving the support. We're gonna cover more topics, and then it'll be a little more fun after that.
All right, I'm back.
All right, I'm back.
Hello.
Okay, so
I
thanks
just
for
I
watching.
just had I just had to check on the fire. It's cold out here in
No problem.
Canada on the ocean.
Actually, it's been really cold all country, so for relative, but yeah, it's really
Yeah, I
cold
was
up
curious
here.
about Oregon. Like, is it just kind of mild there year round, or do you get cold weather too?
Mild cold year round. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's mostly cloudy here. Oregonians like to complain that it rains all the time here, but actually Seattle rains more. But it is cloudy here a lot. so
Oh, okay.
so okay, we talked mostly about throws. We covered low throws, and
Hmm.
eventually we'll cover side throws. But I think we don't need. If you want, I can show you side throws. But
I'm kind of when I was playing a bit of ranked yesterday, I was getting thrown while being on the ground.
yeah,
It's
ground
kind
throws.
of
Okay, ground throws are important. We can do that. We'll do that
okay.
after this. But yeah, so first I'll show you side throws though.
All right.
So go ahead and block. I'm gonna hit you and then get to your side using a special technique, and then I'm gonna throw you. The
Okay.
throw escape is gonna be it's gonna be based on left or right of your character. Your
Yeah.
character's left or your character's right. Now, because you've played Tekken, that's probably not too bad for you, right? So here you're gonna go do your character's left, okay? Perfect. And what's happening is I'm throwing you while you're in a state that we call side throws, side turn.
Okay.
So here it's not that same one, right?
So I would
Here
go
it would be the
back.
opposite. It's got to be the right side, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, for you, I think you're able to process left and right of the character, especially after playing Tekken. But
Yeah.
not everyone does. So,
Okay.
for the people where that's confusing for them, what we can say is that anytime, basically, you see how like,
Yeah.
we can think about foreground and background. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, if it's in the foreground, it's going to be forward. And if
Yeah.
it's in the background, it's going to be back. Okay?
Yep.
And you can see that rule would apply to any character. And if that's also hard for someone to process, we could also say, okay, on player one side, if it goes to down, it's going to be, basically we can do different ways to say it, but ultimately it is interesting. It is good to know that it's like the left or the right, if you can
Mm.
process that. But there are universal directions when it comes to like just knowing that it's pretty fixed,
Well,
right?
it's simply I hold left if you go to my left. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the way that I do. But I will tell you, I've taught a lot of people. Some
Yeah.
people can't, like, that's really hard for them to process. Even though Tekken they can, but in this game, because of forward and back,
Yeah.
it
No.
confuses the crap out of them.
Everybody has their thing, right? I think
They
I
do.
think everyone has their thing that just doesn't click.
Yeah.
I think for me that was buffering.
No, well, no, it's just, that was the experience, but you've got it, I think. So, yeah. So, here's the thing. You realizing that
Oh,
with
that's
side
cool.
throw. So now you're realizing that with side turn, throwing is not really a guess, right?
Yeah.
Now, there is a way around it. Let's do one more round of this.
Sure.
One more game of this, but generally that's all you need to know up until you get to advanced level, because escaping side throw is really good. It only happens when side turn state is triggered. My offensive move, that special evade that I'm doing, creates that.
It's go time, baby.
Hey, Quincy
Yeah.
Pone, so good to see you. Yeah, Quincy Pone said that buffering took him a while to get used to too, but once he understood it, opened up the world to him.
I
And
appreciate that.
It's huge. Quincy Pons has given me a lot of really good feedback, amazing feedback, in the time that I've been streaming. So, yeah. So you're seeing that there's no guessing game when it's like this, right? But
Yeah.
the thing is in this case, that wasn't a true side turn. Like, you were kind of still facing forward. So here, I'll show you. Right? I can delay
Oh.
it. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And
No,
suddenly,
oh, boy.
suddenly we're back to normal throw rules, right? Right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people will just do neutral throw just in that incidental
Man,
case.
that's such a crazy mind game. Oh my god.
It is, but don't worry about it first. Now, that said,
Yeah.
go ahead and, like, I'm gonna attack you, you attack me back, and then defend, okay?
Round two.
Okay.
Attack me back with, like, an elbow. Alright. You gotta, yeah, block and attack.
Yep.
Right, so this was neutral, it wasn't big enough, right? Now, attack me with, like a side kick or something, okay? Like, after I block this and then do, like, a kick. Yeah, like that. Now
Damn.
this is a side throw, right? So you
Yeah.
gotta be, like, at
Oh, you gotta be
enough of a
quick, yeah.
disadvantage. You gotta be at enough of a disadvantage when I evade you for me to side throw you, right? But if if you do elbow back, you actually it might not be enough for me to.
Oh, elbow, sorry. Okay.
But if you do elbow,
Yeah, I'll try and break it. Oh, shit.
right, it's gonna be neutral throw, right? Now now that was actually it, so that's interesting. So it depends on, like, how fast I do the throw, right?
Oh, man, this is
side
crazy.
throw, right? So this
Man.
is side throw. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing is that becomes hard to tell. But I'm just giving you the idea of that. Now, when you see us doing our evade wars, a lot of times that is side throw territory, but sometimes here's the main takeaways, and we will revisit this way later when you're much
Okay.
stronger, okay?
Yeah.
The side turn game is huge in this game, and in the side turn game, when you get the opponent in the side turn, basically when you have evade wars and stuff, the mix-up changes. Instead of doing a throws are in the mix, but mid-low high mid-low becomes a stronger mix-up. Like, so it becomes more of an attack-based mix-up. So the throw game has suddenly become secondary when there's a side turn. Except that it does open up again when you delay, but then if your opponent realizes you delay, they'll start attacking you. Or they realize you're throwing, then they're going to attack you. And the thing is, the advantage on side turn is so good that we'll get to it. The advantage in side turn is so good that you want to use attack pressure. And so it's an interesting change to the game. It's an innovation of this game, of VF5 Final Showdown, that caused it. Like, when we do this, and you're stuck in side turn here, right? Can you see the difference between side turn from how he's blocking?
Oh yeah.
Right? And so then I've got to, like, mix up, like, start doing stuff like this, Now, you're seeing me use offensive move there, so I'll show you what offensive move is, but I'm going to tell you, you should not use this technique until you're much stronger or understanding of the game. Tap, do like an evade, and then immediately hit all three. Like, really quickly.
Oh,
yeah.
there we go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So this is what we call offensive move. And so,
Is this
for
a
example,
universal thing?
Yeah, it's a universal
Okay.
thing. Now, you want to do it when you have advantage, so, like, hit me with, do like a high jab into it, you know?
Okay, let me just... Okay, so...
Yeah.
There we go.
And then attack right away. Now you see those blue hits? Those are side hits.
Yeah.
And then you'll get, like, purple there, yeah. And what I will tell you is, when you hit your opponent, when your opponent's in side turn, the frame data is modified. And it's increased in the attacker's favor. So, like, and the bigger the attack, the bigger the increase. Or when the attack is really big, it's a big increase in frame stats. And it can cause standing combos. Sometimes the opponent's gonna hit you in a sequence of attacks, and like maybe 3 of them were guaranteed because of the side turn state. Now, why did I say, as a beginner, do not use offensive move? Jab me and do offensive move.
It's not like a proper sidestep?
Yeah, you're gonna get thrown,
Okay.
you're gonna get attacked. Attack and throw will beat
Yeah.
offensive move.
Okay.
So then you're like, well, what's the use of it? The use of it is to do this. So when do you do it? You do it when your opponent defends, or when they delay, or when they move.
Good to know.
You know, like you can do it like here, or when you get advantage, right?
When you get an advantage, that's what I was wondering too. That's probably, yeah.
Like you'll see people do this. Okay, so like because they've knocked you down, then they're like doing this, and then
just
they're trying
looks
to hit
sick.
you when you tech roll. No, it's because they're trying to side hit you when you get up.
Yeah.
So the advantage of it is that it sets up side turn, but when you're attacking, when you attack, your opponent sets up side turn by evading correctly against you. So yeah, so that's the introduction. This is bad to do at a beginner, and this is bad to do against mashers, unless they're
Yeah,
knocked down
that
on the
makes
ground.
sense.
Yeah, or like if there's a big enough like advantage, you know. Okay, so we talked about you want to learn ground throws before we move on. So go ahead and beat me up really, or I'll beat you up.
Yeah.
All right.
What can I say? I'm on top.
All right, so let's do ground throws. I'm gonna use a character I like to use, but it's very hard to play for beginners.
Okay.
Where is she? There she is. Okay. So ground throws. Ground throws. Here's the good news. There's only 2 ground throws. It's a two-way guess, and the guess is between 2, as in down, or 3, as in diagonal down forward. There is no down back for ground throws.
Okay.
Generally, ground throws will look the same. So the only way for you to know which one they did is when you escaped and whether you failed or succeeded.
Yeah, gotcha.
So it can be guaranteed. So let's use the wall as the example. Okay, so if I'm able to successfully hit you into the wall, which I don't know how to do with this character, but then I can do it like this.
So
Otherwise,
that must have been a down forward.
that one was down. Yep, correct. And
Yeah.
then that's the wrong throw. So like this is a situation where she actually has a ground throw option. Some characters, I'll say that like for when you fight against Wolf or Jeffrey, and they're threatening to throw you into the wall from the ground or threatening to throw you out of the ring, that's down throw on the ground. Okay.
I think it was Wolf that was doing it to me, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, I'll tell him, Mister. So Aoi is scary because when you're like either character is when she's near the edge of the ring, then she could throw you out of the ring. Because she can throw you with like forward, and she can throw you out of the ring with like back. But that's right now we're talking about ground throws. So all right,
So that
Mister,
was
it's
down
really good to
forward.
see you. Yep, that was probably down forward. I mix it up in my head, so.
Okay. Just trying to see if I can break one of these. No, it was probably down. Okay.
That one was down forward.
Oh.
There
Oh, there we go. Yep.
And that was down. But yeah, so that's all you need to know.
Yep.
You'll know that
Alright.
some characters have setups in Okizeme where they have enough time where they get the opportunity, and then but a lot of times they don't. So
Yeah.
most of the times they don't, but an Aoi player will have a lot of times when she can. So let's do wake up options. Okay, so I'm going to knock you down. We're going to do the very basic wake up options first, okay?
Yep.
So to get up, there is a way to get up quickly without tech rolling or without quick rising, which the Japanese term is ukemi. Sometimes you'll see us say ukemi, and we're talking about tech roll and quick rise, but we'll get to those later.
Okay.
Okay, so if I knock you down, mash punch and mash directions while mashing punch, okay?
Okay, yep.
And this is a quicker way to stand up, and then you can guard once you see your character starting to get up. Good. So, get up and then try to guard, yeah. So once
Okay.
you see him starting to get up, you can go ahead and guard. Right? Now, the thing about... I'll teach you the Okizeme in a bit, okay? But
Yep.
I will tell you that it turns on a frame whether you're vulnerable or not, or whether you can be contacted with or not. Otherwise, you're invincible for a bit while you're getting up. So if I try to hit you too early, I'm gonna whiff. Okay. Good. Right.
Oh, yeah.
That was a whiff, right? Now that's a ground hit, but now it won't work, right? I have
Yeah.
a very small window to punish you for staying down. Right? Okay, so let's go to our next option. Mash on kick, okay? That's the mid-rising attack. Mashing on kick will do that. And then I'm going to have you mash down and kick.
Okay. Oops, sorry.
No problem. So then down and kick is the low-rising attack, okay?
Yep.
Now, you can roll in 3 directions. You can roll... If you mash guard and up, you will... If you mash guard and up, or... Yeah. Do that, then you'll roll in the up direction like that, okay? And you can also do a rising attack. Once you start the roll, you can hit character started.
Okay.
Similarly, you can roll down. Now, I'll tell you the really fast way to do this. Now, when I do this, hold up and press guard, and then alternate mashing between punch and guard. And I actually switch my fingers for this. I'll do like my index on guard and my middle finger on kick. Okay.
So hold up and guard, and then mash.
Mash between guard and punch. I'm sorry, not guard and kick. Between guard and punch, because punch does nothing when you're waking up. And this is a faster way to roll to the side. And it will matter. There's edge cases where this could matter. If you want to wake up manually, but like roll up or down.
Yeah. Can you say the inputs one more time?
So, like, basically, you're going to hit, like, up and guard at the same time.
Okay.
And then after that, well, you can keep holding up, but mash between punch and guard, like, alternately with, like, your index and your middle finger is what I recommend. Okay? So, Yep. Go ahead and knock me down. I'll show you. Do forward kick and guard. 6k plus G. That works. Yeah. Hey, Clouded Judgment, how are you doing? Hope you're doing really good. Okay. And then there's also back roll too. So I'm gonna knock you down, and you just do the same thing about holding back. You know.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Now,
Hold back.
back and guard, yeah.
Back and guard.
You can hold back while mashing guard and punch. But yeah. But make sure you hit guard first. Or make sure you're pressing like back and guard. And you can keep holding back while you're doing this.
There we go. Okay, I got it.
Now there are things you should know about the rising attacks, okay?
Yep.
They are generally, as a general rule of thumb, if they hit you, there's just like +3. So like, or if you hit the opponent with the rising attack, it's pretty good to do like an elbow after that.
Yep.
If they block you, I think you're like -6 in general. But if you roll away and do a rising attack, most characters, when they roll away, roll back, and then do the rising attack, if that rising attack is blocked, they're usually like -16 or -15. They're like very punishable.
Okay.
-15. So you just be wary that usually when you roll away and do a rising attack, it's punishable if it's blocked.
Gotcha.
Okay, but you can also really delay how long you do the mess around, like do a roll and mess around with the timing of the kick. Okay.
All right.
Yep. Now try to delay it. Like really do the roll first. Watch the roll. Wait till the end of the roll, and then kind of find that timing for that kick. And you might be surprised how much you can kind of delay it. But I will tell you this: you have a lot of control over the timing of the rising attack. You have a lot of control of timing on different things. So those are manual. Let's talk about Ukemi.
Okay.
Ukemi is tech roll. So, or actually, let's do the quick rise first. So when I knock you down, before you hit the ground, just tap all 3. Okay? Tap
Yep.
it once.
Oh, just once.
Yep. Now try doing all 3 plus up. All 3 while holding up, I guess. Yep. And then down. Those are your Ukemi options. Quick rise, tech roll, up or down. Okay?
And I can kick out of that?
What's that?
And I can kick out of that?
No. There's no rising
Oh.
attack when you Ukemi. However,
Okay.
it's really important. So do you have any questions about those are literally the rising attack options. Do you have any questions?
No, I'll just have to go back and learn the inputs.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to show you basic Okizeme, okay? I'm going to show you the different types of Okizeme. So, you know what Okizeme means?
Yeah, it's taking advantage of a knockdown.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's start with the Virtua Fighter 1 Okizeme is what I call it, because it's been effective since Virtua Fighter 1. First, before that, let's talk about hopping. To hop, press like up, forward, and guard at the same time. Press up and guard at the same time. Press up, back, and guard at the same time. You can also do this with punch or kick, but it's going to cause you to do an attack. If you hop with guard, and then you do like, you can do punch like on the way up, and you can also do punch on the way down.
Oh, I see.
Yep. And then punch on the way up. So press it and do punch right away. Yep, there you go. Usually hopping punch is the worst. Those are the closest to useless attacks in the game. I found uses for them, but still. Okay, but then you've got the same thing with kick, right? Yep. And these are actually pretty cool. Like that this is a low versus this being a mid is pretty good. And if you get good at mixing up the timing, or you get good at mixing between punch and kick, it's good, right? So it's like this versus the punch one.
Time's up.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the Ukemi Zemi soon. So yeah,
Round 3.
okay. So now let's talk about the Okizemi since now you understand the hop, okay? So Virtua Fighter 1, I'm gonna teach you the basic Virtua Fighter 1 Okizemi. You're gonna get knocked down, and then generally the first basic Okizemi, do a rising attack, okay? So I'm gonna do this. And then basically do a rising attack,
Oh, okay.
right? This is the VF1 Okizemi.
Oh, very cool.
So what you do is you hop away, like stand in range of a rising attack, backdash
Yep.
or hop away, and then punish them. If they do it, then basically you can whiff punish the rising attack. That is the VF1 Okizemi. That's like,
Yeah, that's really cool.
yeah, it's a very good one, and trust me, I still nail people at all levels of play, including high level of play with it.
All right.
Simple as that is.
So it's useful. Good.
So it's like you're just dancing around, then you hop, dancing around, then you hop away. Right? Okay. So you can go ahead and practice that too.
Oh boy. So it's
That's why hopping away is really good for this one. So
hop is
Yeah.
okay. Hop's that, and then I want to do this or this.
Yeah. that's
Okay.
like a good one, yeah. But you can also do the knee too. You can do forward kick and guard, like that. It's a really good one.
So I want to knock you down, hop back. Okay.
Yeah. Correct. Yep. And so that is the first basic Okizemi, the one that I would teach any beginner and say
Okay.
that a beginner should understand.
Yeah, I can practice that in the lab.
It's the easiest one. It teaches them to
Yep.
be patient and confirm. It teaches them to not overcommit to things when people are on the ground, but to be more reactive and to punish when they do a rising attack. And so it's a really good one. It's definitely the first basic one in my opinion, and it's effective always.
Yeah.
It's like always pretty effective. Second Okizemi. Let's see. Generally, after that, it becomes guessing what your opponent's gonna do, and the quick question is, are they gonna do Ukemi, right? The quick options, or are they gonna stay down, right? And if they stay down, then I'm gonna do like something like this, right? Like go ahead and knock me and then do 2KK, right? Like if somebody stays down, and when you fight beginners, they almost always stay down. So yeah, you'll do like a combo, and then you'll see that they stay down, And if you figure out some moves, you might figure out what's pretty good for this, But not all combos are going to give you this opportunity. But the ones that do, this is a really mean Okizemi, right? If they stay down, now they're going to be punished, right? So now go ahead and tech roll, right? So tech roll is hitting all three. Ukemi. Right?
Oh.
And like now I got punished for doing that because I whiffed.
Yeah.
So if I guess wrong, that's the risk. Right? Right? So yeah, this one is usually a good one for like punishing someone that stays down, but yeah. That's kind of a funny one to do. So this was true combo, then this third part was the ground hit. Okay. You
What's
still
that
got
knee
tech
again?
roll.
9K?
6K plus G,
6K plus
but
G.
9K is this one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the idea is that after a combo, after a lot of combos, if you stay down, you're at risk of the opponent beating you up while you're on the ground. So that's going to force you to tech roll. And then,
Gotcha.
but if they tech roll, what you want to do is you want to apply pressure. And so now we're going to do so that's, the general way to punish somebody that's doing wake up manually is to ground hit them. If your combo allows it. There's not much time to do it. There's a very small amount of time, but you can commit to that. But if
And
they
you want to do the 3-button tech roll to avoid that.
yeah, correct.
Okay.
But then the tech roll and the quick rise is the 3 buttons options. They're good, and so you should be practicing them so that you're used to them, because you want to mix up your wake ups is what I'm going to tell you. As you're learning this game, you want to mix up how you wake up.
Yeah.
There isn't really, in this particular game, there isn't really any guarantees when you're getting up, but there are setups, and a lot of time they're going to try to do what we call meaty attack. They're going to try to hit you like they're going to try to hit you when you're tech rolling. So like, I'm going to do this. I want you to tech roll by hitting all 3. Right? Now that was a whiff because I was too early. Right? And so they're gonna try to force you to block. And right now, what I want you to do is I actually want you to mash punch after you tech roll. Good. Now, in this case, I counter hit you. Now, here's the thing. There is what we call meaty timing. There is a perfect timing. It's a very tiny 3-frame window. And if you get hit during that window, you can see how that was yellow?
Yeah.
Right? Nope. Alright, so I was too early. I was too late. Counter hit's too late. So counter hit means too late. Yellow. There. That was a meaty. And not only you got side hit, but the thing is the reason it's yellow is because it was a normal hit, and the reason is because it's impossible for you to for 3 frames, you can only stand, crouch, guard, or not guard. So you could be standing guard, you could be crouching guard, you could be standing here or crouching here with no guard, but you cannot evade. Evade won't work in those 3 frames, and if you attack won't work in those 3 frames.
Okay.
All you can do is stand there and block or not.
And block, yeah.
Yeah, but that 3 frame, that's 3 frames. That's really tiny window, right? A frame is a 60th of a second, so 3/60ths of a second, 1/20th of a second. If I'm able to get in that window, then like all you can do is either block or not block, stand or crouch. Like you wouldn't be able to evade, you wouldn't be able to attack. If you had, you wouldn't be able to do paris or reversals.
So is that what means you're jailed? Is that what that term is?
It just jail's not the right term, but basically the opponent's trying to thread a very tight needle to where you can only defend or not defend. Okay? Where you can only block or not block, stand or crouch. And so when we believe someone's going to tech roll or quick rise, sometimes an option is to do an attack that's going to pressure them, and if they do anything else, now after that 3-frame window, they can attack. That's why they can get counter hit. They can evade. That may work. And so you shouldn't be afraid of that. Like here's what I will say. So one, just focus on the hop away. Okizeme first, right? That's the starting point. 2, the person that's doing the Okizeme, they have all the advantages. They have all the ability to really abuse the person getting up. Mm-hmm. However, the person waking up does have some influence on the timing. You can tech roll a little late. You can tech roll right away. There are some knockdowns where it's almost a just frame, and you'll know them because they'll slam the guy down into the ground. But and I don't know that with Brad, but like but like with but a lot of times try to tech roll late here. Like hit the ground and then tech roll.
Like
Yeah.
the 3 button?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there is a way to do it kind of late, kind of fast. And so the opponent has, like, it causes them to have a greater chance of missing their meaty. Okay? And if
Yep.
you do, and if you condition them to wait and do it, or no, if you condition them to do it early, to where you're getting up quickly every time, and then you delay, you have a good chance at causing them to do it too early. And if they do it too early, they're gonna whiff. Because you're invincible until you're in that window. Like you're invincible
Gotcha.
up to a point. And so if they attack too early, they're gonna whiff. So that's more food for thought. That's not for you to apply right now. That's just
Yeah.
for you to understand that when you wake up, there's a way to mess with people's timing.
Timings,
And the same thing applies with when you wake up with a roll, when you wake up, even with rising attack. I'm still kind of ballsy enough to do rising attack, but
Oh, yeah.
but and that's because I like to play with a lot of timing. I like to play with the timing of the roll, and then I like to play with the timing of the rising attack itself, and it really causes people to whiff like a lot. However,
Right.
there is one part of Okizeme I do want to teach you though. We'll go back to basics. So you
Okay.
know how there's rising attack? Do a low rising attack, okay?
Oops.
Yeah.
Just kick. Yeah.
Nope, low rising attack is the low one, holding down and kick.
Oh, okay.
He has this,
Mm,
right?
that's cool.
And he can do this after it. He can do other stuff. I just don't know, Brad. I think he can do down kick kick. So anyhow, so that move is 9p plus k.
90 plus K. Plus K. So knock you down and do it.
So Quincy Pons, the back turn tech is mostly before Final Showdown. In Final Showdown, it doesn't really happen, but it does happen from Virtua Fighter 4, Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution, 4 Final Tune, 5, and 5R. But the hit them in the back tech, I don't think it works in this game particularly. But I do think you can force side turn if you do Okizeme correctly. But it is a big deal when you play 5 Vanilla and the 4 series. So, where the position, so this is something I should tell you. When somebody's knocked down, you do want to look at the position of what's, like, there's feet towards, there's head towards, there's face up, and there's face down.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a huge deal in everything up before Final Showdown, correct. Yeah. It's really important to follow. So Quincy Phones in the chat was talking about old tech, about how to get, and it's similar to Tekken, but it's like if people get up the wrong way, they tech the wrong way from their position, they could get like back hit, and they're screwed. So there are ways that you did not want to do, but this game took that out. So
Oh, okay.
this game, the biggest you get in this game is that they can force you into side turn, and they can get you to rising attack backwards. They can get you. There are tricks where if you do a rising attack, you'll end up being backwards.
Jeez. All right.
But those are a lot harder, and they're very narrow cases, but they are there. And we call that technique Urumawari, and it's been around since VF3 at least, maybe VF2, but VF3 definitely. So, ways to know. Are you familiar with crumple, like crumple combos?
Time's up.
Yeah, you get put into a crumple state. So
Yeah,
you
like
can-
if you get
yeah.
counter hit by this kick here, right? You'll be crumpled.
Yeah.
So crumple is going to cause someone to be face down, head towards,
Okay.
right? But a lot of the times people are knocked down on their back, like feet towards, face up, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of times that's kind of the common one. You don't need to know all the details now. Just know that that's a thing and that it can affect your Okizeme options. All right. But okay, what's the point here? Now there is also now I want you to do rising attack. Okay, mid rising attack. So just mash on kick.
Oh yeah, you do 3 button. Gotcha.
Yep. So now go ahead and knock me down. Sorry. Yeah, that's the one you want to do.
Time's up.
Oh,
So you're just gonna hit all 3 when you see me start to do a rising attack.
okay.
And so Brad actually has a decent Okizeme if the opponent's gonna tech roll. And these things are things that can be done a little more on reaction. There's a little bit more I want to tell you about beating rising attacks because it is the basics for Okizeme also. But first, we'll talk about this.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Oh right, okay, yeah. There we
You
go.
can do the uppercut. Yep, that's a good move by the way to do. It's a really good move in
Uppercut.
general.
Okay.
Knockout. Round 2. Ready, go!
Damn.
So you want to go for 6P plus K. It's a pretty good one. But you can do 6K plus G also.
Oh, okay. 6 feet. Okay.
After all 3. Like hitting all 3, yeah. Yeah, because that's guaranteed.
Oh, okay.
And then there's combos you can do, but we'll figure those out. There's other combos, but okay. Now the next part. In Virtua Fighter, if you remember, I said earlier on last time that when 2 attacks hit at the same time, the greater attack wins. The greater damage wins. Okay?
Yep.
Now, rising attack does 20 damage. Pretty much all rising attacks do 20 damage. If you can hit the opponent while they're doing the rising attack, with a move that's greater than 20 damage, then you can beat it. Then you can flat out beat it. So I'm gonna knock you down, and then you're gonna do this is gonna be hard to do, so I'm gonna miss it a few times. Do mid rising attack, okay? Good. We'll keep doing this.
Yep. Yeah, I thought maybe it would be that move.
Because this one can beat both, but it's hard. Like with low, you can do it on reaction, but on mid to beat mid, you have to time it. You have to kind of know when they're gonna do this. So with you, the timing's gonna be all over the place, so that actually makes it hard for you. But yeah. So
Alright, I'll try and just always mash.
good. This is really hard with this knockdown, but it's cool. Yeah, you can see how hard it is to do though.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the greater damage will always win. So that's some food for thought when you're looking for it. Now
That's
for a
insane.
beginner, the stuff that we look for, if you look at the Virtufighter.com move lists, you can look at how many active hit frames a move have. The slow attacks typically will have a lot of active hit frames, like 5. Normally moves have about 2 to 3. But like, you'll see some slow attacks have like 5. Those ones, if you want to predict the rising attack, then they're pretty good, right? And this is a common one. Actually, this one's really common. So just mash rising attack, and this one is a pretty common one to use. Still hard to do, but it's a little easier. There's more hit frames, but I think you get the idea. Is that you can at some point you can start learning moves that are going to beat rising attack.
Yeah,
And
a
really
lot of
fun
options
stuff
to
like
beat that.
But I do think just Brad having that 9P plus K and learning the combos with that, and Brad having the hit all 3 when they do mid rising attack is enough to drive a lot of people crazy when you get used to doing it, especially when you learn the combos for both.
Okay.
Won't go easy on you. I won't go easy on you. Round
The Yakuza cosplay really works on him, eh? Looks just like the character.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the Okizeme basics there. Do you have any questions? I know it's a lot, and I know you're gonna take notes later.
Trying to think. If there... No, I don't think there was any. I just gotta, go back and learn each thing one at a time in the lab.
Okay, good. So then,
Yeah.
I've already covered offensive move, so you know this, and you know why you should not do offensive move until you're
Yep.
fighting stronger opponents. Because offensive move actually, where we usually use it, it's not always. Sometimes we create advantage and use it because we know the opponent's going to actually defend.
Yeah.
But you want to know how you want to play the side turn game before doing offensive move, right? And right now you're not there
Definitely.
yet, but you'll get
Yeah.
there. When
Yeah.
you start knowing what you want to do with side turn, that's when you'll know. Okay, maybe now I should start exploring offensive move. But just doing it on evade is good, you know. So let's see here. And I've already given you an introduction of side turn, or like a little bit of a primer, but knowing that that's an advanced game though, not where
Yeah.
we're at yet. So finally, we're gonna revisit fuzzy guard, right?
Okay.
So I showed you if you hold guard. Now this move is actually really good at punishing people that low punch, right? So I'm gonna
Yeah.
mash low punch. You go ahead and use that move whenever, and it's good, and that's why you want to learn the combo with this move.
Yeah, that's huge. That's
Okay?
really useful.
But the downside is, try it again. You don't want to do it against somebody that's gonna hire mid, right?
Yeah.
Because
All those are
there's
counter
this,
hits. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But also sometimes you can be hit out of the air in combo, right? So that's the scary part, right? If you get hit out of the air, right? And I could do a bigger combo if I knew how to play Brad better. So that's the risk of a low crush, right? But this move is good. But here's the reason: block. You can fuzzy guard after this move, so you can try to throw me or mid me. Okay, let's
Yep.
see. So you want to practice it, you can. It's if I block the 9P plus K,
Right.
Up forward P plus K, yeah. Then you want to crouch dash into standing guard like that. So
That's all it is. It's just crouch dash
into standing guard, yeah,
into guard.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So now you know how to do the crouch dash. So it's good to practice this now. So we'll start with like elbow. Do the elbow into it. So forward and punch with the guard cancel.
Okay.
And when you see that I'm blocking it, and this is gonna be hard to apply, and then I'll show you the easier ways to apply. Okay.
So 6P into fuzzy guard.
Well, 6P guard because Brad is gonna stance otherwise and get hit. So
6P guard, right?
yeah.
Okay, so let me just think about this. Okay. 6P guard, crouch dash, guard.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Here's the trick. You want to
Yep.
hold when you hit the down forward. You want to that second time that you hit down forward. You want to hold it just a split second. That's a trick to do this. So,
Yep.
so like tap 3 hold. So try hold it. Yep, like that, and then stand guard. And then so hold it until you see the crouch dash, and then do a standing guard immediately.
Okay. It did. I just held it.
It's okay. We're building your muscle memory.
Round two. Ready, go.
Right.
Yep, that was really good. That was really good.
Man.
It's okay. Remember, you gotta hold it down, and that's okay. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard until you learn it. But
Yeah.
we're gonna get you there.
Okay.
You're very close.
Okay. Just me. Okay.
Now, it's true that you're on an all-button controller. It is possible that you're doing it way too fast, and that's okay. Like, not that you're doing the motion too fast. Yeah. It's just that you're doing too early because of how quick you can be on it. Yep, that's perfect.
Yeah, I was doing it too quick, I think.
There you go.
Oh, that's sick. Oh.
So, the reason I start with the elbow, this is a situation you kind of create and that you're primed for. Because your elbow is the situation that's creating this, right? And then my blocking the elbow is the signal that you need to fuzzy guard. Right?
Damn it. Yep. Too fast. Okay, just 1 sec.
There you go. Yeah, on an all-button controller, it is actually easy to buffer too early. So.
Yep. Okay.
I'll tell you, on stick, it's less likely. So, so that's why people playing on stick just kind of do the things right away, a lot of times. But yeah, but they can still do things too early. I still do things too early sometimes. But you're gonna get this muscle memory.
Yeah, yeah. I feel it a bit. I think I can get it. Yeah.
You're also gonna get the like what your eyes are looking for. Okay, and I'm gonna show you for Brad 3 common situations for fuzzy guard.
Okay.
But first, we're gonna practice the fuzzy guard a little more, because you can do this.
Air castle guard. Good. Okay.
Perfect. No, I delayed. That was my fault. You did it right.
Damn it.
Okay, we'll give you room to practice more.
Okay. First,
okay, you'll get it.
I screwed up. Okay. Yeah.
But don't worry, I will give you the drill. But it's easier to remember when you're doing it. So.
Do my guard cancel too early. There we go. There
Perfect.
we go.
No, you did it correctly there. I just did.
Okay.
You're doing so good. You're doing so good. The good thing is there are easy drills to set up to do this. But
yeah.
There is a tutorial section that does this. You did it correctly that time. I just delayed throw.
Okay.
How are you feeling now? Is it feeling a little more
Yeah.
easy?
It's just making sure I delayed the guard cancel after the 6P. That's the big thing. Oh, didn't hit the down forward pass. Okay. Oh. Oof. Okay.
Now let's try it a different way. Try it after 9P plus K. And you don't have to guard cancel this one, but yeah.
Okay. Don't have to guard cancel it. Okay. What does he say there?
Might makes right.
Might makes right. Okay.
Yeah, in his Italian accent, yes. It's Sega Arcade. Sega arcade
Yeah.
style of voice acting.
Round one.
Alright.
Ready, go!
Oh shit. Alright, get you away from me. Oops.
Time's up.
Very good. Steve's doing fantastic.
Cool.
So these are two situations Brad can do their fuzzy guard, and it's very common situations. Okay.
Okay.
Last one then is this: when the opponent hits you with PK. So remember that sometimes when you do like a punchable attack, even do 6K plus G.
A plus G.
This situation. Now some people might not properly punish you like with this move, right? They'll just PK you. But just
Yeah.
when you do a punish, this one is a little, it's hard, but it's not as hard because it's a situation you create by doing a punishable attack. They block, they punish you with PK, then you fuzzy guard. Okay? Yeah. So I'm gonna PK you, you fuzzy guard when you get hit by that kick.
Okay.
And this is a very generic response. This is one of the most common situations you'll find yourself in VF. Somebody hits you like that. Yeah. Sorry. Very good though. That was very, very good.
Okay.
So this is like generally this is the second most common situation you should be doing fuzzy guard, and because it happens all the time.
Damn.
Again, but this is a hard one because a lot of people are not used to getting hit. I'm just training you right now to know this is probably the second most common situation. The other situation, the hard one. So again, I'm going to show you the long-term project, but not something you're going to do right away.
Okay.
Let's say you were decided to go wild and do like a high stream. Okay. So do. Punch,
And
punch,
is that
punch.
is the fuzzy guard after PK? Is that a Brian thing or a universal kind of thing?
Pretty much, pretty universal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty universal. They're usually like +4, +5, so that's why you can do it there.
Okay.
So, universal situation, mash punch. Okay, and the moment I low punch you, you fuzzy guard.
Okay.
Yep, good. but you have the idea, right? The idea here is that, so this one I'm giving you an advanced concept. This is not something I expect you to do anytime soon. But the idea is that sometimes you end up doing like high strings, right? And your opponent does this. And they do that. Yep, perfect. Look at that. And if you keep this in your mind, you're going to start seeing these low punches, just like subconsciously you'll catch it and you'll kind of know what to do.
And you'll do that, yeah. You do the fuzzy guard.
Yeah. Like, just as long as you know that this is a possibility. This is how you get, like, this is actually a really important one, is, and that you can kind of, you don't really want to bait yourself into that situation, but you just want to know that this is how you mitigate the consequences of doing a high stream.
Damn.
Yep.
So with 2P being a pretty big thing in this game, that's a really useful tool.
It's
Like,
really
yeah,
yeah. It becomes
yeah,
a good way to go to fight back at them.
okay,
And so it's just one of those things where, but again, it's you don't do it against beginners either because beginners are not likely to do like low punch directly into a mid or directly into a throw as
Who's
quickly as
next?
you're doing it fast because I trained you from the start that this is how you should play, you
yeah,
know. But this is how they could counter that play, but it's you've noticed people don't. So it's not
hmm
fuzzy guard is when both players take it to the next level, you know. Um, Kind of like right now in Tekken 8, wave dashing is kind of bad against beginners if the beginners keep doing
yeah,
armor
because they'll
attacks.
just mash you. Yeah,
Right. Well, they'll do like armor attacks, they'll mash. It's good when
yeah.
people start defending and watch.
If
Right?
they don't know to respect it, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the poker analogy or whatever you said,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Right. So it's
yeah,
kind of so, but like yeah, so like fuzzy guard becomes now fuzzy guard you can do against them, right? And it's
yeah.
huge. But again, it's your fallback when your 9P plus K gets blocked, when your 6P gets blocked, you know? And with Brad having those two situations being common ways to deal, it's good.
Mm.
Um, Now, let's talk about stances. Stances in this game are good ways to create unique mix-ups. Sometimes really good ones, sometimes not the best, but they're viable alternatives. Um, they're good to learn. You should practice them with Brad, but at the same time, the core fundamental is the most important thing because. But you do want to eventually get better with the stances and knowing where to use them. Brad, even though he has these offensive sways, he
Yeah.
is more of a defensive character, and he needs to make the opponent respect his defense, and then those things become opened up because they'll start playing with the time. But if you're fighting someone like me, I'm gonna
Mm.
jab you out of those sways. Like I'm just gonna hit you
Okay.
until you learn how to get me to be a little slower, a little afraid of your normal offense, and then those things open up and they can really do good damage. There is a good use for them. They're really good. His sways are actually very good, um, and you should practice them on all opponents. Just understand
Okay.
though that but understand that the basics are the most important. So always keep those sharp, and always be able to switch in and out. You know, you can go like, okay, this round I'm going to try to use those sways. But then if you lose the round, be like, okay, I gotta go back to basics and fight them out on basics. And I'm gonna guard cancel my elbow now. So normally with Brad, you could use the elbow and you could kick after it because you got an elbow kick. He's got elbow into sways, into side sway,
Yeah.
into ducking, what they call ducking, which is this forward one, and then into back sway, right? He can do those with
hmm
elbow. But the reason I discourage you from using it so much right from the start, you might beat up beginners, but you'll probably lose badly to stronger players, and you'll probably wonder why. And I'm like showing you the reasons why. Like this is play this solid way, master this solid way while you're still learning those other extensions of this game. But understand that those extensions of the games, they all come with some drawback, right? Um, the most basic drawback for most stances is that when you do stance, you can't defend, right? So basically,
Yeah.
the gist is that the risk has been elevated. So then the trick is, how do I make it a reward? How do I make sure I'm winning when I use these stances? And that's going to be the thing you have to learn as you play, you know, and
Do
think
certain
about how to
things
do it.
catch this way?
I can simply jab you elsewhere. Like we can fight right
Oh,
now.
okay.
Like go
Okay.
ahead and fight right now, and just do everything you want, but try to mix in sways. You know.
All right.
That said, I'm not playing my normal character, but I'll try. So
Round one. Ready, go!
very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Round three. Ready, go!
Nice.
So it's actually a surprisingly hard stance to use.
Yeah.
You kind of it's actually
Top.
really well used as counter offense. Kind of like you kind of know how they're going to try to attack you back, and then you can use them. But you can use them aggressively too. I'm not good at it, but I just know that. But if you watch me fight, even some of the best Brad players in the country, you might be surprised how many times I jab people just out of those sways.
I won't go easy
Like
on
I'll
you.
see the sway and I just hit them out of it.
Round one. Ready, go!
Yeah.
This one is a punishable. I want you to block this. This one, that's punishable. You can do PK. I think he can actually do back P plus K, but you know. So I'll do, let's see. Yeah. So you can do like, so hit forward in all three. And then punch and kick together. Yep, that one.
Yeah.
So that's one. And then this is standard, right? And then that's where you fuzzy guard. So you kind of know that a lot of
Yeah.
people, if they, you know, like if like you PK this, sorry. So you can practice PKing this, just knowing that many people are going to do this to you.
Okay.
Yep. That's a fuzzy guard situation. Yep. Good. So yeah, that's a common punish situation too. There's also this move. It's punishable on block.
Okay.
I think 3 P plus K P. This move though is really good. Like it's good for catching people that's far away. Like when people are playing backdash games, this thing will chase them. This move is real. Back kick is very annoying. 4-4K. It is surprisingly annoying. It's hard to punish this move. Very hard to punish it, and he can set up some interesting stuff there. But it's mostly used at long range. It's used at long range catching people trying to use stuff. Surprisingly good move, like from this far away. Alright, we'll go ahead and spar.
Yep.
We'll spar 3 games, and then if there's anything you want to cover, we can cover. Um, but I
All right.
think I've already covered everything I was intending to. I was like, oh, these are the things I should help you now. you know.
Yeah. F finishing out the basics, or
But yeah, but
yeah,
you're doing fantastic, and I think I've shown you a lot of like the core things in this game.
the system. Yeah.
Ready, go!
Very good.
Round two. Ready, go!
This was very annoying. Kicking guard, kicking guard. My kicking guard kick.
Knockout. Round three. Ready, go!
Very good.
Knockout.
It's normal that I should never win a game, right?
That is. It is normal, but but don't worry, you're able to. You're good enough that you can. Don't worry.
Just making sure.
You make a lot of you do make a lot of good decisions. So I'm just trying to keep you sharp. I hope you don't mind it though. But
Oh, not at all.
if
No,
it's discouraging,
I
you
just,
can go.
not at all. I assume this, you know.
Round one. Ready, go!
Oh, he pressed.
Knockout. Round two.
This is a common launcher for Brad. Like if he sees that somebody messed up and he's close range, this one's really good. But it's hard to use as a beginner. It's down punch and kick and the forward punch. But
Down,
you
punch,
do
and
it like
kick.
if you see them like you evade or you see them whiff and they're crouching and they're close to you, this thing will really ruin their day if you know the combo.
That's a sick move. Oh,
Knockout.
Those purples mean side counter hit.
Round three.
So
okay.
Ready, go!
now this sweep is really good near the wall. Amazing near the
Okay.
wall. I don't know the intricacies. I just know it sets up Brad's like wall hell,
Oh, okay.
and because it's a low, it's more annoying. So if someone's stuck near the wall, this is really good.
Is my connection okay to play with?
Yeah,
I'm
your
just
connection
curious.
is. I'm having fun playing on this connection.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
is it rough for you or?
No,
For
not
me,
at
it feels
all.
great.
Not at all. That's fine. I just want to make sure. I recently set up like a new wired thing.
Round two. Ready, go! Knockout. Round three. Ready, go!
Very good.
Round four. Ready, go!
Oh, that's so good.
Oh. Oh, I should have done it again. You did
Really
the
good.
low rising.
Yeah.
Ready,
Oof. Yeah, that's like
knockout.
that sweep kick. Yeah, that's good. That's a lot of range. What's the input of it?
Down, kick, and guard. 2 K
Okay.
plus G.
I won't forget you.
That was fun.
Let's see here. I don't have a good go, but I'll show you farm go.
Oh, okay. I know you play. You said Leon.
Yep. Yeah, Leon's my main.
Do you have like an alt too, or
Sarah and Aoi are as close as I have to an alt. I played a lot of
yeah?
different characters, but not nearly as well.
Leon has that Manta style.
He does.
Yeah. Oh right, right.
So I do have to teach you how this dance works. So, okay, so this thing can disrupt high punches, and elbows. This is what we call collar grab. So collar grab. Think of compass directions. First, if you get stuck in collar grab, number one
Yep.
rule: you're gonna press and hold guard, not throw
Yep.
escape. Guard,
Okay.
okay?
Yep.
And then after that, you see how he can drag somebody in a direction,
Yep.
right? Think of it as compass directions, and you got to move the opposite direction. So if he moves you north, you got to move south. If he moves you east, you got to move west. If he
Okay.
moves you west, you got to do. Now you don't do that as reaction; it's a guess.
Oh,
But I will
okay.
tell you the highest damage are east and west. But a lot of Go players will use north and south because of that. Good. So you pressed west, right?
West, yeah.
And yeah. And I use compass directions. You understand why I use compass directions. Because back and front has nothing to do with this. It's literally, yeah. Good. It's like a lot of damage for that for this 4-way guess. Now, the cool thing is, as long as you're just holding guard and not throw, try holding guard throw escape. And we'll do, this time you're going to hold west, okay?
Yep.
So guard throw escape west.
Yep.
That counted, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now do the same thing but neutral, okay?
Yep.
You still lost to that. Okay. So the thing is, now just hold guard, not the guard throw escape, okay?
Okay.
It's a dumb thing, but you defeated it. You can only defeat by just holding guard. So you do not need to hold the throw escape when he does this. You need to hold guard and then pick a direction. Now, go ahead and hold guard in west. You still beat the neutral. So the neutral will always lose as long as you're holding guard. But then you want to hold the direction because you want to prevent any of the other directions. So this is down, this is south.
Yep.
This is 6 forward. Right. This is back. This is if he does to his backside. So that's how his collar grab works, okay?
Okay.
Understanding that's really important because it's no other system like it in the game.
Yeah.
But now you know how it works and you know how to counter it.
You hold guard and make a guess.
Yeah. Some people just Juicebox used to just hold guard and spin the stick in a circle. Just like randomly pick it. But the problem is if you do that, then the Go players should actually do back like east or west.
Gotcha.
Now you just saw it beat the high jump.
Oh.
Very nice. Alright, let's do this. This will be a fun fight. So I'm going to train you some Go stuff. If I do that side kick in the punch, that like long side kick in the punch. This one here, if you block it, you can throw him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's -10. However, he does technically have a throw sabaki. He has a way to deal with -10, but it's hard.
Yeah, that's cool.
Such a brutal style. This move is a mid, so you can block it standing. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, go. So you can see that Go doesn't really pressure with strings much. He can a little, and I'll start using him more. Just surprised that I can't do his staple combo.
Yeah, I like the backpack, or the 44K. That kick is nice.
It is. It's a good. That's a low throw. Mix up here. Force low throw there. That's through. Okay.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Nice.
It's fun letting go here. It's like, so it's this. But I still haven't landed his signature combo on yet, so I need to. It's just looks like I can't hit confirm it, so it's like, oh damn.
Round 1.
I think yes.
Ready, go! Round 2. Ready, go!
This is a tricky hit throw there.
I'm trying to just do like a jab guard cancel sidestep. Like that's something I should practice a bit.
No,
No? Oh,
because jab is almost always gonna. If it touches me, it's +2, and if you're
Okay.
plus, you can't evade.
what about 6P guard cancel?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. Yeah. It's only because the high jab, if you try to evade, you're gonna auto fail.
Okay.
Now you can dash into it because that's like a delay, but then that's not the reason you did the jab to begin with. So generally, okay, so I'm going to remind you, basic pattern, high jab, elbow. That's as long as the high jab touches them, elbow.
Okay.
Yep. See?
Time's up.
The only thing I can do is that, right? The only direct counter is doing this thing. Because that's what that move's designed to do. You know? That move's designed to disrupt high punches and elbows. High and mid punches.
Gotcha.
And elbows, but high jab into elbow is very, very it's a standard sequence to definitely practice. And
Okay.
then if that elbow can counter hit, then you want to mix up.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Remember, you can throw after this. Yeah, that sidekick punch, right?
Round two. Ready, go!
Okay.
Round three. Ready, go! Knockout. Round four. Ready, go!
It's like a low throw force if he gets that kick. Oh, only counter hit. Okay.
Knockout.
Damn, I didn't even notice that last round was just over. That's crazy. That throw must have done a lot of damage.
It did a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
The low throw did an insane amount of damage. Actually, it's also the fact that a lot of times, again, if I'm following the rule that low throw should be done when it's kind of forced, then it means it was set up with damage too. So that's why, like,
Oh,
it ends up
okay.
being a lot of damage when you add it up.
Round one. Ready, go!
Yeah, that damage. Holy shit.
You're good. You're like, he's doing that move again. I'm just gonna block. It's good. It's very good.
Oh, cool mix up.
This is where it goes very annoying.
That's so funny.
There you go. Very good.
Nice. That felt pretty good. Good luck some of your fucking lows. Nice. Like, I'm excited to practice the back hop into the 6 P plus K
Yeah,
on the for while rising.
it's fun. It's a fun one.
Yeah, I'm too scared to do it right now though.
I understand. Don't forget, you can always throw this.
Whoa. Yeah, that's funny. Ghost seems really funny and cool.
Yeah, he's a badass. He's awesome.
Yeah,
So
he is.
so
I'm a sucker for edgelords, man.
I was gonna
That's
say
why I
like
like
he's an
Kazuya.
edgelord. So,
Yeah. It's juvenile, but I can't help it. Like, I love Kazuya, I love Go, like, they just look sick.
they're awesome. Like I do like them, and I like
Yeah.
Goro actually. So it's such a rude form of judo. So much for the gentle art.
Yeah, right? Like, it's supposed to be like a gentle thing. It's really, it's a cool idea, making him like so violent with that. It's very cool character design. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. That was a little... And I pay for it dearly.
Alright, I will do this combo on you eventually. There you go. Nice.
Oh. Oh, man. It's cool seeing the experience a little bit, like starting to understand a little bit what's going on.
You're doing really good. Your adjustments have
Like,
been fantastic.
I'm gonna go for the throw, so you mash after the 2P. You can see that mix up so clearly. Oh shit, you still get
It's not
stomped.
guaranteed. It's not guaranteed, man.
Oh, okay, I just gotta...
Nice.
Nice.
That's where you use an annoying low here. Boom. So,
But I could 9P plus K that?
yeah,
Is that... Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But that low was also probably very slow, so even a low punch would probably win actually. So,
Oh, yeah.
Round one. Ready, go!
very nice.
Oh, I should have done it. Oh,
You did very good though.
Round two.
thanks.
Ready, go!
Much ducking.
Round three. Ready, go! Knockout.
Yeah, that back fist after the 4-4K seems a bit risky.
It's fine except for the fact that highs are risky in general. So that is a
Yeah.
big thing to understand is that the high attacks are are risky because people can low punch a lot of stuff. A lot of people that come from Tekken usually will be like, I need to learn strings, and I'll be like, well, 85% of strings have like a vulnerable high, so like low
Yeah.
punch just crushes them,
Okay.
So, so when someone's stringing you, a lot of times you can find a low punch.
Oh shit.
He's just such a mean piece of crap. So,
Nice.
oh my god, can't hit check this.
Oh, what am I doing?
That actually what you do need to learn as Brad is how to do.
Yeah.
I do think clinch is actually really good. It forces a guessing game.
I tried to throw you because you said to do that after that slow punch, but I put you in a clinch.
Man, I gotta really like. I'm sorry for this.
Damn.
This is the combo that Go has to do. So, the bread and butter is to hit with this knee, and I think I have to tell you that online you just have to guess if you're gonna hit it. You can hit confirm it, but you gotta really see it early. Like you pretty much have to do what I do, which is situation check, and it's still hard. Um, but if he can get the counter hit, he'll get like a free 3 KP, and then
Oh,
into
okay.
back forward punch this kick. Like when I show you the full combo, you'll understand why this is like the main thing to learn with Go. I just still can't believe it.
Nice. Oh my god. So those side steps I should be trying to catch with the throw.
No, actually figuring out which attacks are good is best after
Oh,
sidestepping, yeah. Oh, yes. When I'm sidestepping, yes, you should.
yeah.
But the hard part is that it's got to be at the same time. So it's one of those like it's a read when you're doing it that way. Half circular might feel more secure, but throwing is really the best thing to
Oh, I
do.
could have finished it. No.
Oh, I
Okay.
wanted that low throw. That's the damage. See how
Yeah.
much life you lost, right?
Yeah.
Just from this one knee, if I can like counter hit with it.
Six P plus K. What do I follow up with that? This move?
3 PP.
3
Not,
PP.
yeah,
Okay.
which is similar to what I'm doing with that. That's goes 3 PP is this one. It's basically the same. Close enough.
Close enough, yeah. Oh shit. Oh. Crumple state. Oh, it's a mid. Damn.
Max charge. So here's the trick with I didn't teach you this yet. When someone does a charge attack, you can usually just evade and just wait. I didn't teach you that either. Okay, so why wait? The tracking rules. So it's not that the moves have homing.
Yeah.
Okay, when somebody successfully evades, they evade. However, after that successful evade, if the opponent that attacked is still in the same move or is in a string sequence, the moment you push a button after that full evade, when you push a button, they're gonna track you. If you don't, yeah. So like, for example, let's say block this. I'm gonna do this, and I want you to punch after. Okay.
Yep.
So see how you kind of went off axis, and do rapid punches. Yeah. Right? Didn't touch me, right?
Nope. Yeah, you've been doing that a lot.
But here you did. Now watch.
Oh.
So that third one hit, right?
Yeah.
And the reason is because I hit a button.
Oh, I see. You can't like cancel the sidestep.
This game wants you to situation check when you evade. So example, let's do okay, this one. Okay, so I want you to do like any attack, like a side kick, and then evade. Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay. Right, just evade once. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Okay. Right? Good. Don't hit anything. You gotta wait till the hit passes, then you can attack. Yep. Now, this time I want you to press guard after evading, okay?
Okay.
So do the same thing. Do like a move, yep, and then evade, correct. And then guard, okay?
Yep.
Good.
Oops.
Now hit the guard late.
Hit it even later? Okay.
Yeah. It's hard to do this with Go. Okay. Go ahead. We'll still do the duel. So don't press anything now after. Yeah.
Oh.
Try not to hit anything at all. Okay, I guess that move tracks. Most of the time they won't track, and so they'll track if you hit a button. But if you evade and they're like off on a string, Go doesn't have strings except for like this, right? And this. I mean, this one will probably work. So yeah, we'll do the same drill. Okay. We'll do a different move, sorry. I guess the third one he will turn around. That's interesting. The third one he will. Most characters don't. A lot of characters will just go off until they finish the string. In Go's case,
Yeah.
the third one he'll track. He'll
Track,
reorient. Yeah. He'll turn towards you. That's what he'll do. So it's interesting. But the idea though is that when you evade, if you hit a button, they'll track you if they're still in the move or in the short, quick sequence. But if they're like, of course, if they after that sequence is done, then there's about 3 frames where the characters will look at each other, will face each other. It'll take 3 frames to go back to normal. So it's complicated, but just know that there is no actual. Usually, there's no homing. Go does homing because he turns his character towards you and does his final attack. But usually there isn't that in a string, and usually if you evade a single move, it'll just like continue to go off axis, especially a slow one. Cool.
I have a question about guard canceling. So I don't jab guard cancel sidestep because I'm plus, but like say that kick we were just doing, should I be guard canceling that?
Yeah. Which kick? This or which kick?
It was just this.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, if you intend to do something that's not sway, right? Because I think it sways after.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, then you don't have.
So that's the purpose, is to stop the sway from happening. Gotcha.
Yes. Yeah. So do punch guard. Punch guard cancel. Punch guard cancel. Punch guard cancel. Right? And you're not doing the punch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Similarly, do like punch, 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 guard, and then press kick, right? And
Yeah.
it won't let you do the kick. It stops strings.
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, but if
Okay.
you, and it's mainly
I
because you
see.
played Brad. Like any other character,
Yeah.
I would just later tell you about guard cancel.
Yeah.
But a lot of characters do have a follow up to combo.
I think it just clicked what, overall the whole purpose is. Yeah. To stop
Yeah.
from strings from accidentally going through, and also to stop the sway.
Yep,
Okay.
and also indirectly so that you get the maximum frame benefit of the move you're doing.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So that the frames are under control, right? And you're not having to wait
Yeah.
and then worry about time waiting. Yeah. Yep, that's the reason, yeah. Alright, we'll spar.
All right.
Remember, what are the ground throw escapes?
Down, forward, down, back. Yeah.
Only two directions for ground throws.
Oh, just down, forward. Okay.
Yeah, down, forward, or down. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So 2 or 3. Very good. Very good.
Oh shit. Okay. That one wasn't forward. I got caught mashing.
Very good.
Damn it.
So this is forward throw.
Forward,
then-
yeah.
Yeah, so this is a forward throw, and then from this throw, I believe I can do a ground throw.
I was practicing forward throw break, holding that against
Yep.
an arcade yesterday, but that's such a that's
The
something
AI
that's
will
going to take me
memorize
some
it,
time.
Yeah, it is. Definitely do it against AI, because AI really is a good way to train that.
Okay.
Even if it's just doing the forward, just to deny strong throws, you know.
Oh, missed it.
Very nice. Very nice.
There we
You're
go.
doing so good.
Oh shit. Oh man. Oh.
You're getting closer and closer, and you're improving the damage on your decision, so.
There we go. Let's
Nice.
go.
That was awesome.
Oh shit.
I might ring out. I think I'm gonna ring myself out. Nope. Okay, good.
I turtled up there. I was scared of the edge.
It's okay. Turtling up is good.
Damn it. That damage, holy shit. Oh, should have juggled. Man, this game is so fun.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot too, as well. And you're feeling a lot of stuff out really well. I think you have really good intuition on stuff, and you're like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
thanks. I'm trying to do what you taught me a bit.
You also understand that this game, it's okay to mash if you're mashing under control. So
Yeah,
controlled mashing is perfectly fine in this game because attack beats throw, you know, and delayed
yeah.
attack beats, sidestep. So,
Round one. Ready, go!
Oh shit. Knockout.
Round two. Ready, go!
very good. That was good sequencing.
Ah, the 9K. Where is it? For the 9P, the 9P. I want to do that so bad. Oh, that was K. Damn.
Wow. This guy is so rude. Nice.
Oh, that looked cool. That looked pretty cool. Damn. Damn, nice.
Did you do any throw escape or ground throw escape?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
You did down.
Yeah, did the wrong one.
It's okay. Down is a good option. It's just at least you did a throw escape, and at least it wasn't down back. So because down back
Yep.
is not a ground throw.
Yep. Down, forward, and down.
So ground throws are a forced two-choice guess if they occur, and a lot of times where there's a ground throw, they could also just do ground hit, but it's a lot less damage. So
Round one. Ready, go!
Ah.
Round two. Ready, go!
dang. Oh my god. That would have been awesome if I got the low throw, but I did it infinite too early or something.
Round three. Ready, go!
Nice.
Excellent.
So
Sorry, I'm not tech rolling and stuff too. That's something I'm gonna have to practice to
no
remember.
problem.
Yeah.
No problem. But something. So you see me doing a backdash into that palm.
Yeah.
A lot of times, moves that are like back forward and punch, back forward punch and kick. A lot of moves that have that kind of command are pretty. They pair pretty well with backdash. So
Oh, okay.
it's like any move can pair well with backdash. These moves tap it too. All right, like this.
Do you think 6 PK is good?
I do.
Like this?
I do.
Yeah, because I
It's a
have been doing
tighter.
that.
It is a
Yeah.
tighter margin, but it's really good. Yeah. No, that one's pretty good. I think for Brett, 3P+K is really good in range. Like when you kind of see somebody made a mistake and you use like boom boom, because you can follow. If you hit with it, you can do the follow up punch. But you want to hit confirm. You want to make sure you're gonna hit with it when you do it. Yeah. And then
Okay,
you
cool.
have good Okizeme there too. So it's a good move to work on and eventually learn how to Okizeme pressure the opponent.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, I see the shimmy.
Alright, now I'm going to try maximizing the damage on this.
Oh. Oh shit, we're shimmying. Nice.
Very nice.
Ah, nice press. Oh, oh! Damn. I thought I was gonna get you with a shimmy there. Fuck. Oh yeah, gotta sidestep. Gotta sidestep. There we go.
Dang it, he doesn't have a wall flip. So if you want, I'll show you something really fun with your VAD.
Okay.
Really dumb, but fun. Okay, so the next round, back up to the wall. Just backdash until you get to the wall. So backdash all the way to the wall. Now, now do back kick. Okay, now do back in all three.
Oh, okay.
And then now do the same thing, but instead do up back all three.
Up back all three, okay. Up back all three. Nope.
Not your back, but like away. Up and away all three. So you want to turn around? Yep. Now do up and away all three. Away from me.
Oh.
He has a wall. Maybe he doesn't have the wall flip? Okay. Most characters have a wall flip where they run up the wall and flip behind the opponent. So maybe he doesn't have it. So
Oh,
so
damn.
nasty. This combo.
Dude, that damage! What the hell?
Let's go.
Oh, yeah, let's go. No! That was down, was it?
Down forward. I want down forward.
Oh, I pressed that. I must have just pressed it wrong. Damn. Must have inputted sloppily. Okay, let's go. Ow.
Very nice.
Look at that HP. Let's go.
Yeah. No, in VF, you can always fight your way out of a paper bag. It's awesome.
Yeah, I read someone say this game, more than any other fighting game, gives them anxiety for their opponent getting a comeback when they're
Yeah.
low HP.
Very true.
Because you can just, yeah, it's so easy to come back. It's a high damage game.
This particular game is very high damage.
Yeah.
The Virtua Fighter 5 Vanilla and the whole Virtua Fighter 4 series is a lot less damage. Or like
okay.
certain characters do as high, but most characters do less.
Nice. Alright. That was not down forward.
Yeah, I did do down forward, huh?
Oh, damn.
But are you holding it?
Yeah, I'll just
Okay.
have to practice. Get the time in and stuff. Alright, you want to do one more?
Yeah, I'll do one more, but I had a wonderful time. Thank you very much.
Yeah, same.
And
It's
I
a lot
want
of
you to
fun.
know that I do enjoy this, and you're learning very fast. So, you're picking up a lot of different stuff very quickly.
Yeah, you showed me a lot of cool stuff today. I'm excited to go and actually learn.
Round two. Ready, go!
Damn, I threw. Turtled up. Oh, I got a combo.
So here I'm evading your low punch here, and that puts you at a disadvantage. So that's why my attack beats yours after the evade.
Oh. No.
This one's scary because it forced a side turn. So here I just did a side throw.
That was really cool.
The scary thing with this move is if I can force you into back turn, then I have a guaranteed back throw and there's no escape from back throw. And it does insane damage. It's just
Wow.
tricky to set up. Yeah, but Go is a character who is very scary in that he does solid damage, just making very simple, straightforward decisions. Like if I win a decision, I do damage.
Round one. Ready, go!
Shit.
So much damage just for that knee.
Round two. Ready, go!
Very good.
Oh, I was like, that's not too bad damage, and then the kick happened. Oh man.
Round three. Ready? Go! Knockout. Round four. Ready? Go!
Trying to make myself hard to hit. Very nice. Oh.
Knockout.
He just gave us it. Yeah.
I was giving you target practice. It's focus net training.
Round
So,
five.
alright, there
Okay.
we go.
Ready? Go!
Your adaptation's very good though. Like you're learning. You're really learning fast.
Ah,
Very good. So I'm gonna give you some parting advice too. But
okay.
we can always spar more, always. And I'm always happy to do workshops, training, sparring, and lessons. Um, okay, so you're playing with a player like me who, well, I wasn't really dictating pace, but could, and sometimes do dictate pace. Um, Virtua Fighter is a game you have to play the player. You have to fight the player. Okay?
Yeah.
So why do I give this advice? Um, when you play strong players, they play at very powerful tempos. They'll usually play with they'll buffer. They'll use the full frame advantage more likely than not. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
and when they do that, decisions are actually kind of easier. They're forcing situations where the decision's actually not as hard, right? Because there's
Mhm.
more information. It's more concrete. Advantages are more clear. Um, but sometimes you're gonna fight different types of players at different levels, even at high level. Um, someone's going to play at a very off tempo, and that can be very difficult. And you might have a feeling like you're being gaslit, right? Like you have a sparring session with
Yeah.
me, and it's going really well, and you're responding well. You might not be dictating play yet, but you're responding really well. Then you fight somebody who's playing much slower, much less decisive. And so the information's hard, and you're like, and you might even wonder why you're losing to that. And that's because this game is a player versus player game. You have to, a lot of learning this game. There is going to be a lot
Yeah.
of losses when you build skills. There's going to be lots of losses when you're moving up, and
Mm.
some people that can't handle losses do get frustrated in this game, right?
Yeah.
Yes, everybody wants to win, but I will tell you, all the strongest players, they've all had like periods where they went through like hundreds of losses, like in a row, you know?
Yeah.
And it's one of those where we just kind of build lots and lots of experience, and like, you know how life has like the 80-20 rule, you know? 20% effort to get like
Yeah.
80%, and then that last 20% is squeezing a lot of 80% effort, you know?
Yeah.
VF is kind of like that. At the very high level, we're doing a lot of stuff just for minimal gain, but to squeeze every little ounce of advantage out of it, you know? And so but it's not so linear. It's that this game is very cyclical. But more importantly, this game is player versus player. So I don't want. I'm saying this because I don't want you to feel disheartened when you are playing like someone who might be a beginner or intermediate, and you're struggling with them because you can't read them, because the
Yeah.
situation is less clear. But you will find a way. And I can tell from you that you actually figure out the way pretty well. I think
Okay.
you seem to be not afraid to try to figure out how to dictate the pace, and that's probably the strongest. And I think I've given you the key decision points that this game presents to you, and letting you know that it happens often. And because of that, I think you're armed with a lot of what you need to get to go up pretty fast, actually. But again, this game is gonna be a lot of peaks and valleys, a lot of like, oh
Yeah.
man, I'm like winning so much and then I'm
I see
losing so
that.
much.
Yeah.
But I find it very rewarding. I think this game is one of the most rewarding games I've ever played, and I play a lot of different games. Um, and there's a reason why people that get hooked on VF just it hits different for them, and they just fall in love with the game. And I think it feels like you're falling in, you're liking it a lot. You
I
know,
actually ordered a VF poster today.
because you're awesome. Yeah, it's like because you see it, and I think you really do see it. The way you're playing today shows me that you see it too, and that you're like, this challenge is not too great, but
Yeah.
there are going to be peaks and valleys. You know, there are going to be things where you're just like, man. And I will tell you, this is one of those games where sometimes the challenge is the tunnel vision, right? You're training on something,
Yeah.
so you're going to be so tunnel vision. And the tunnel vision is good for a period of the training, and then the hard part is when it becomes, when it gives you blind spots. So then
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
take small breaks from this game, a few days, sometimes a week, sometimes a month, but it doesn't need to be a month. But like sometimes you take small breaks from this game and you come back, not always, but sometimes you come back stronger just because you're
Yeah.
no longer tunnel vision. And you kind of go, well, let's see how things go. And you end up responding to your opponent because you're fighting your opponent directly. So this is a game that's very player versus player. And
Yeah.
I think you know that. You were seeing a lot of stuff and you're like, you were like, it's not that like this is how I'm going to always play. It's more like, this is where it's going and this is what he's doing to me. It's working for him, but I can make that work for me too, you know?
Totally. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I assume I'm going to be playing a lot of people that have been playing this game for a long time, so you can't really have an ego to learn this game, right? But with me, I just really like learning. That's my thing. So yeah.
well, that's the
That's where my
perfect
fun
thing.
is. Yeah.
This game has a lot to learn, and I think you're gonna love
Yeah.
it. And a growth mindset is definitely, in my opinion, the best mindset for this game. One can argue in general, but for this game, it makes a huge difference. So, I had a wonderful time. Thank you so much. So
Yeah, for sure. So I guess I'll go watch the VODs and do notes, and then from there I should start looking into Brad specific stuff.
yeah, however you feel, actually, I think you're sharp enough to, whichever is feeling the right way. But those ways are very good. Yes. So that way is my recommendation. But as long as it's still fun, that's a good way.
Okay. All right, well, I'll leave you to it, man. Thanks
right.
again for all the help tonight. It was fun.
My pleasure. Thank you. Have a good night.
See ya.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much. That was a fun learning session with Don, and like he's playing really fantastic. He's playing so great. He's only been playing this game I think 3 days now, so he's doing excellent. And he's got his own intuition on things too that's working out very well. And I look forward to sparring with him more and watching his development. I'm pretty sure he's going to play in the leagues on Tuesday, and hopefully he'll play in the Sunday league as well. But that said, this Sunday will be the last league battle I do for this particular season because I'm going to go to China next week on Friday. But I'm looking forward to that. But thank you so much, Quincy Pumps. Thanks so much for your support. Always really appreciate you so much, and also appreciate the chat you and Lethal Sun had. It makes the chat a lot more fun. So thank you all so much, you guys. You all have a good one. Have a good morning. Take care.
Round two. Ready?
Let's see if there's someone to raid. All right, we're gonna go check out blurring. Blurring's always great. So thank you all so much. You have a good one, Princess. Thank you. And yeah, Quincy, thanks for sharing your knowledge too and your experience. It means so much.